Hello, how's it going? Ready for a dev stream? Woo! This is a new DLC that's coming. Kinda neat. Interesting. Silent Crag skin, Base Nagon skin, Penny skin. Kinda cool. Probably not gonna pick it up because I don't this is these guns or a hunter that I would ever really use, but like still kinda cool. Alright. We're gonna go back to the and we're gonna wait till it shows up. I don't think is it yeah, usually it's like a huh? What? What? Alright, doesn't look like it's up yet, YouTube, so we'll just keep hitting the refresh until it's up. Vancouver TFS. Thanks for stopping by. Bit of a I guess not unconventional because I do this like every time there's a major dev stream, but not my usual gameplay stream. Literally just gonna be watch the dev stream, talk about it for a little bit, and then that's gonna be that. Sitting here. I'll Crytek just could be 5 minutes from now, could be 10 minutes. I don't know. They always say that it's like a specific time, and it's like, oh, that's gonna be like, for me, it's 9 in the morning, right? But it's a couple minutes. How much do we want to bet there's gonna be some sort of like technical issue? I feel like there's technical. Last time, I'm pretty sure the audio fully cut out on Murder Circus. They also had like the audio cut out properly, so still enough time to throw together a bingo card. A bingo card for dev stream would actually be really, really funny. Seems like the microphone's having trouble picking up your voice at times. Yeah, it's been weird. I'm trying to fiddle with it. If I don't have my mouth like pressed right up against my microphone, then it sometimes does that. I need to mess around with the gain settings. I think I accidentally bumped something, so hopefully if it's like really a problem, I can go ahead and try it, but see if I can fix it. Maybe I'll try and fix it right now while we're for this to start. The issue is I don't want it to pick up Gabby in the background either. So did that do anything? No. Did it? I don't think so. Is that a little bit better? Maybe? I don't know. Let me let me mess around here. Bit better? Okay, I'll turn the gain up a little further. Okay, how about now? Is that good? Better? Am I still cutting out? Yes, no, maybe, so... yes, maybe. Okay, we'll leave it at that for now. If it's picking up Gabby in the background, then I don't know, you might just have to deal with that. Also, Hardly Walkin'. Good morning, Ari discovered you on YouTube. Love your gameplay and your sportsmanship. You rock. Be interested in watching a stream with you. Thank you. Again, this is not my typical stream. This is literally just going to be watch the dev stream, react to what's happening, and then go from there. I'm not going to be playing Hunt today. That'll come... I don't know what my schedule is, but I have a couple like regular... No, this week is not even gameplay. It's going to be bingo. Doing bingo for the rest of the week. This week's not indicative of my usual streaming schedule, but I still appreciate the enthusiasm. Thank you, Gabby. And just in case anyone was wondering the state of Gabby's skin, she is covered in rare Italian lotions. Seasoned like a nice Thanksgiving turkey right now. I hear her typing up a storm, and I'm scared of what she's gonna put in the chat. Yep. Good job, Gabby. Proud of you. And this dev stream starts, so we have something else to talk about. Please, Crytek, save me from this fucking... Save me! Ah! Why don't we, let's watch the trailer, I guess.
Remember your initiation, don't you?
This up for now. At the chef.
There's always been some blood.
Or cannibal
involved.
chef.
I just want to add a little more flavor.
Nope. Ah!
Initial reconnaissance report to Lieutenant Colonel Whitlaw. We reached the target.
I do like
site
these
on
hunters.
June
These
1st,
hunters are really
1896.
cool.
Found signs
I fuck
of
with her
fighting.
heavy.
Casualties, spilled bandages. Rumors confirmed.
Fire. What guns do they have? He had a haymaker there. This looks like a
The dead
Centennial,
are
maybe.
walking.
Or no, it's a
Skin-
Centennial Trauma. Look at that. Got like a big knob on the end of it.
The dead are walking. Skin peeling like birch bark. We observed multiple armed and skilled combatants engage.
3 survived and ran.
Chain pistol. We gotta look at the new hunter here. Looks pretty cool. I think these are gonna be like supply points, kind of like extra hunting towers, which is kind of cool.
We followed her trail and established base camp in an abandoned hunting tower to map the area. But we were attacked.
Tarot cards in them. Fucked up. Ooh. Ouchie. Like a Betterly Deadeye, maybe? What is that? No, because the barrel's like hexagonal. Is that a Winnie? Is that a Winnie bullseye? What is that? The Deadeye of some sort. I think it might actually be a Winnie bullseye. The barrel's really short. Huh, cool. A Vandal Deadeye. Fuck with the new Vandal Deadeye skin.
Now what brings
Oh yeah, look at it. That is a Vandal Deadeye. Okay. Did not think we'd be getting a
We
Vandal
encountered
Deadeye,
former
but
Private Grizz Levinson.
He told us about hunters and the inoculations that keep them from becoming fiends.
We've decided that the injections will increase our chances of fulfilling the mission.
It is the only way to see what's really out there.
oh, I'm sure. Let's trust the cannibal. Wonderful idea. Haymaker again.
Disregard previous reports. Condition is stable. No infected in sight. All progressing smoothly.
Let
We
me
see,
spell that, maybe?
at all hours we see the bright dawn.
There's the new fire breather
Lights
guy.
the trail ahead.
Scary. Alright, see if the actual thing is here. Right, Deck? Nothing. Anything on Twitch? Anything on Twitch? No. Nothing yet. Okay. It is today, right? It was the 11th, right? I posted a thing about it. Developer live stream March 11th at 6 p.m. CET. 6 p.m. CET is no 6 p.m. CET to PST. That is 9 a.m. according to Google fucking AI. Yeah. It should be now. The other ones have all been at 9 in the morning, so is it due to the time change? Oh my god, yeah, wait, are we accounting for daylight savings time? Oh no. Every specific daylight time should counts for 1 a.m. 9 a.m. It is 9 a.m. right now. It's gonna be in 47 minutes. Oh no. I'm in France and Germany. It's shit. Okay, well, didn't think that through. God damn it. The funny thing is too that I live in British Columbia. This is the last daylight savings time that we're doing before we get rid of it. God, I hate daylight savings time so much. Okay. Fuck, I don't know. What do we do? I guess we play hunt. We could do some bingo too. That's what we're doing for the rest. I really want to play hunt right now, to be completely honest. I got like 5 hours of sleep last night, so why don't we do some bingo? Let's get bingo. That's a script for a video. Okay, let's Gabby's screaming to play Blue Tower Defense. We could make a bingo card for the stream. Oh, actually, I like that. I like the idea of making a dev stream bingo. What do we think would be? Let's pull this up here. Up here. I can't believe I fucked it up. Oh god, a cry cloud error. Awesome. Woo, nothing's working today. Yippee. It's having issues again. It might have been because I was looking away from it. I didn't have my mouth facing directly into it. Okay. Pull up GIMP here. Let me grab my handy dandy. Yeah, okay, here we go. Grab this for now. This is like the regular bingo one. You said 9 p. Did I say PM? Oh fuck, did I say PM in the Whoops, I meant to say AM. Fixing that right now. No one saw anything. I can't do anything right. Please. Could play Armored Core 6 or Mech Warrior Online. I think I'm good. Thank you. Guys, stop laughing at me, okay? I know this is just horrible. Okay, what do we think is going to happen for... Let's first... Christ, stop. Stop with that. Okay, let's cover this up here. I'm gonna cover up all of these. They want to do a Helldivers run, Gabby? No, thank you. Sorry, I don't hate. Don't hate. I didn't say that I hate you. Because I don't think we would have time. Oh god. Making a... Fuck it. I don't know what's going. I am losing my mind. I'm improvising here. Improvising on 5 hours of sleep. Okay. When's the dev stream starting? It's starting in like 45 minutes. I did not account for daylight savings time. So... Whoopsies. Stupid, arbitrary, fucking time skip because be more productive, make people more money. Haha, yay. Improvising on 0 hours of sleep? Ah, okay. Trying to one-up me, okay. Dick measuring contest? Sure, sure. Like to finish coloring into this. Okay. What's the dev stream going to be about? It's going to be about the next event coming, so... Here we go. Alright, what do we think the free space in the middle should be? Because again, we're going to try and do... It'll be like for 5 in a row. Shoot gun. Okay, we could have... No, this is for the dev stream, Gabby. It's okay. David Fifield. We can put David Fifield mentioned. Let's, yeah, throw that in there. Where's... Okay, we can do that. Hold on. Let's do... I'm gonna put David Fifield mentioned. Down so I can fit in here. That there, okay. Are we actually doing dev stream bingo? Yes. Dennis being there? I feel like that's kind of a freebie, but sure. We'll put that in the center. We'll just put Dennis. Dennis. We can put something for Post Malone, sure. Dennis. Okay, Gabby wants to get in on this.
Add a spot that just says Post Malone.
Post Malone. Okay, we'll put that here.
No audio.
Give me... Okay, slow down. Post Malone. And... I'm gonna put tech issues down somewhere. That'll be like, no audio, or they are having trouble getting something to start or whatever.
Oh, desync fix, but put fix in quotes.
Okay.
Or like trade fix or whatever.
We split them into video issues, audio issues for more coverage. Let's start with just tech issues for now. If we need to get rid of it and like spread it out a bit more because we can't think of other stuff, then we can absolutely put something else in. We're looking into it. Okay, no, I like that.
Coming sometime this year would be a good one.
Sure. Getting into it. Oh, I did not mean to make that. 1 sec. Into it. Oh, we should put Inferno returns. That's a pretty easy one to throw in here. Inferno. Oh. Turns. 35. Inferno returns. Torch grunt plus red barrel. What does that mean? This is for for the dev stream, guys. Come on. More UI improvements. Okay, I like that one. We can throw UI improvements in there.
Oh,
Here.
no new tarot cards.
We already know there's new tarot cards coming.
Oh, damn. Okay, never mind.
I am. Okay. What else could we do? We could do. I'm trying to.
Focusing on stability, or like focusing on bug fixes or something.
Maybe. We're shutting down servers for good. Goodbye, everyone. Who's the devs?
Well,
Who's the devs
I
team?
think we're gonna be getting new weapons.
I like no new weapon slash variants. We could let's put new scarce weapon in there. How about new scarce weapon?
Oh, a banger.
Oh, that is big. Wow. Okay, hold on. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. One at a time.
Shredder's return.
Yeah, we could do previous scarce weapons return.
Specifically the shredder.
We'll do shredder slash flame rifle. How about?
Okay, I can settle. I can settle.
Oh god. Big. 35. There we go. Shredder slash full. Turn. Nagant True Shot. Okay. Sure. Why not?
New gamble machine.
No.
Specifically a new variant of the gamble machine.
I don't think so because we already have the Destiny dial like in the base
But
game
we had
now.
the Destiny dial like
But it's-
in a bunch of different forms.
But it's in the base game now.
I think we're gonna get a new version.
Ooh,
of it.
increased lobby size. Yeah, let's put that in there. Some sort of mention to it, maybe. Increased lobby size.
Montag, we both know that's not happening. I'm sorry.
Thing maybe. We'll just do increased lobby size.
Oh, I'm gonna throw a spitball out there, and this one's never gonna
You've
happen.
been
I know it.
spitballing.
No, this is a good one because this one's not gonna happen. Public test server mentioned, or just
I'm
server mentioned.
not gonna put that in there.
Damn it!
I will put we'll put new weapon slash variant in there as well. That's a good one to throw in. Weapon. Why did it go back to?
It's because you selected one of your other
Yeah,
previous
I know.
UI
I
elements
know.
instead.
Just weapon. And we could also maybe throw in. Do we want to throw in like new ammo type? Maybe crossover. Okay, we could do a new crossover. Sure, I'll throw that somewhere in here.
Oh, why can't I remember the name of it right now? What's that shotgun everyone hates? I can't remember the name of.
Crown.
Yeah, Crown Slug scarce again.
We could do. Why don't we just do like crown changes? Crown.
Yeah, I guess.
Crown nerfs.
A cop out, but yeah. I will.
Nerfs. Long ammo buffs. Sure, we'll throw that in there. We'll do long ammo changes. I'll change crown nerfs to crown changes too.
Can I have at least one outlandish impossible one on there somewhere?
Yeah, sorry, you're just saying a lot really quickly. Trying to go between you and chat too. What is it?
New roaming target.
New wild target?
Yeah, new wild target.
Sure. So bottom here, I realize we don't have it. I'll do new wild target slash boss target. Something else there?
New microtransactions would go crazy because
We can do, yeah, we'll throw new microtransactions in there, sure. New
David beats Dennis to death on camera. That Activision history is really coming through, huh?
outlandish ones, compact ammo is good now. Okay, we can, no, we'll put compact ammo buffs on there. I'm gonna get rid of crown nerfs for that one, how about?
That's fucked up.
Compact. Buffs.
Oh, crossover skin.
We do have new crossover in here, yeah?
Wait, really?
What do you mean?
Oh, new crossover.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
stupid.
it's
already
in
there.
the
I thought you meant
in
we
the
already
thing
knew
here.
about something.
I think what else we saw in the trailer.
Hey, all I'm saying, Blizzard employees might be stealing breast milk from the fridge. I might be needing to apply to Blizzard. Putting that out there. Are you and Gabby disagree on whether a change is good or bad?
Bold of you to think that I'm not gonna hang up on her as soon as the dev stream starts.
What? Really? This isn't gonna be a video.
Yes, but we fundamentally disagree on some stuff with Hunt. And you
That's
also
okay.
you also talk over me a lot whenever I'm trying to explain stuff.
No. Bring me along. Bring me along. I'll be good. I'll be good. I'll be on my best behavior.
No.
Why not?
I want to be able to talk about it without being talked over and told why I'm stupid.
I won't talk over you or tell you you're stupid. I swear.
No. Well,
I
Alpha, thank you for the
promise.
38 months. Thank you. This is smooches. All right, what are these? What are the last ones here? We need 6, 7 more.
Bingo square.
Ooh, okay, yeah, we could do. Do we want to just put like trait changes or add Gabby talking over as a bingo square? Ooh, okay. How passive aggressive do we want to be?
Do it. Fuck yeah.
I'll put quartermaster changes on here mainly because I kind of want to see them.
I want to see the I've played longer than you card pulled. Waiting for that one.
Quartermaster changes. Half-Life 3 announced. No thanks.
New Crytek IP.
What
No,
even
it wouldn't be
mean?
brought up during this.
I
It
wouldn't be
might
brought up during that.
It would be
And
funny.
Barry
though.
saying Crisis 4 news. Oh, we could do like maybe new special ammo type could be throw on here.
New utility could be fun.
New what?
New utility item. Like we never expected the water bottle.
Yeah, we could put like new tools consumable.
Yeah. Blush, people complain about the bow because they don't really good at game. Real talk.
The bow is kind of like really strong, and people are starting to realize just how strong it is. I blame Rexnor personally for making that like his signature weapon, but I don't think the bow is egregious, but it is definitely like I don't know. I feel like as it was fine when its pick rate was a little bit lower. Now that its pick rate's going up and people are realizing how strong it is, like I don't know. We can put bow changes on there, sure.
Can we have problematic creator mentioned?
Really talk kind of stuff ever.
No, they mentioned XQC for the Post Malone thing.
I guess. I guess that would kind of go more in like the crossover section.
I guess.
I'll put bow changes on here.
Oh, Blademancer permanent or something like that.
Or we could do returning traits maybe.
Yeah, Blademancer
Oh,
returning.
mentioning Twitch drops, that's a huge one, yeah.
Oh, true.
Twitch drops.
Well, that's a free space.
We'll put it in the top corner. Do
Another square that just says new Twitch drops.
back traits. Worthless pledge trait. Okay. Old traits become core functionality. I'll just do bringing back old traits, whether it's recycling them as event traits, or whether they're getting added to the base arsenal. I think either or is good. What else? Can we think of anything in relation to the new AI that we know we're getting? Like fire breather guy?
I'm trying to think of some. I'm not good at it.
Because
I'm sorry.
that might be good for a corner one since we know that they're gonna mention it, so new 2-slot rifle variant. I mean we have a new weapon slash variant on here, so 2-slot label. Oh, what if do we want to put something in here that's for the new, and like, do we put like Obra's match changes? Obra's match becomes 2-slot? What would be the point of the base Obra's then? Okay, I'm gonna move some of these around here. Let's do
Oh, please just add Fortnite crossover or Fortnite skin or something. It'd be so good though.
it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I want to screw someone out of a bingo. Technically, we'll be screwing everyone out of a bingo. Never mind.
I feel here. Obra's match buffs or nerfs. Nerfs would be funny. We'll do Obra's match buffs. Why not? Tolch precision silence. We could do new silencer. That could be an interesting one.
VoIP
Silencer variant. Sure, let's throw that in there. Sure. I don't think we're really going to be getting any, because I feel like they would have shown them off by now. Who knows? Got one more, and then we'll just kind of do like a look over and see what happens.
Scarce weapon, dark tribute. It would be nice if they got brought to the dark tribute pool. We've already got taros in there.
Yeah. Appointment silencer, piss everyone off. Awesome. um,
We already know we're getting new taros alpha.
yeah, we do know we're getting new tarot. We also know we're getting new event traits too. What are the new event traits? There's one that lets you hear things better in sight. That one? Oh. I'm trying to think like what could we do with like the new AI too? Like fire breather. Mentioning spawn fights? Okay. That could be interesting.
Recurring fire puns.
New edition makes old items / traits pointless. We have quite a few for like bringing new stuff in. I kind of want to just like that. Like let's look at things that we know are either coming or things that are like, I don't know, fire puns. Okay, I like fire pun.
I just said that.
Did you?
They're stealing my ideas.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Damn you, Gil. Damn you. Stealing my
Fire
ideas.
pun. Okay, are there any ones here that we could potentially swap out for better ones? Yeah, I see you were agreeing with Gabby. I just didn't hear Gabby the first time.
Gil, maybe you're real for that. Maybe you're real for that.
Can I make my microphone louder? Not without you being able to hear double of Gabby and I, so unfortunately you're just gonna have to deal with it. Sorry. Return of the shoulder lamp. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but that'd be really funny. Which ones could we potentially get here? I think Nagant True Shot could maybe be swapped out for something better. Maybe Ober's match buffs too, since we already kind of have long ammo changes. Revive bolts. Okay. Actually, no, I like that. Let's I'm gonna drop Nagant True Shot. I'm sorry to whoever said that. I'm gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and do instead. New port bin / tool. That'll go for consumables too, but since they want a more like support based playstyle. Hi, what's up? Why? My Twitch rolls? Why? Don't buff your Gabby, not right now. I don't like it when you just hijack my stream like this.
All right.
No, I don't want to. Please stop. No. Gabby. No. No, not right now. Not right now. I don't like it when you just come over and hijack my stream, and you know this, please.
I know. It's just fun. I like bullying your mods.
I know.
Oh, revive bolts would be funny.
Well, we have new support weapon / tool. I don't think they'd ever bring revive bolts back, but like
Regen bolts.
maybe in some sort of different capacity. Bounty Clash not mentioned. Oh, actually, I want to get rid of one. I'm gonna drop Quartermaster changes.
Bounty Clash removed.
No, I'm gonna say Soul Survivor removed.
Oh, that's good. Give that shit the dual front special.
Yeah, the fact that they couldn't even like collect enough data to to collect enough data on like the increased lobby sizes for Soul Survivor. Yeah, I don't think that shit's staying for this time next year. It's gonna be gone. Mark my words. Or completely change. They might just completely change it and rework it, maybe. But I think it's gonna get removed, to be completely honest. Well, be honest with me. When was the last time you all played Soul Survivor? Anyone says they've played it within like the last year, you are lying to me. I only play when I get below 5k hunt dollars. See, there you go. Bring Trials back? I don't think they're bringing Trials back, but... are there any other ones we could potentially get rid of here? We could get... Post Malone mentioned is funny. We could get rid of David... No, David Fifield's also funny. Ooh, lore page re-added. I like that. Okay. I'm gonna drop Obra's match buffs then. Match. We'll do lore improvements, or we'll do lore page. Good. Okay, I'm gonna move this one actually up here. And get rid of new silencer weapon, because we already have a lot of like new sort of variants of things. New merch? Okay, no, I like new merch. Sure, let's throw that in. New merch. That's a good one. Spiders staying in the bayou? I assume they kind of, like, the Bile Weavers would stay in the bayou, considering that we're, you know, they're in the base game now. They're in the non-event version of the game. Add Bornheim? What does that mean? The Bornheim is in the game. Hoping for printed tarot cards, but it'll be more t-shirts. Yeah, probably. And if anything, it'll be tarot cards on a t-shirt.
Tarot merch would be kind of crazy.
Yeah, like if they were to release a tarot deck, like that would be freaking insane, but I don't know if they're gonna do it or not. We're about 15 minutes off from the devs. Yeah, the tarot deck would probably be like free money. Returning event skins. Okay, yeah, we can maybe put that in there. Up. Do could maybe new special ammo I kind of like. I am intoxicated. Please add Bornheim to grid. I'll do here. I will make a little thing here. If they mention the Bornheim, go ahead and do like own little box. Bornheim. There you go. Raha the Bornheim. I don't, from memory, like a little. That's a little rip. Sort of very square at the back. It's got the circle in it. Oh. Bornheim. Something like that. Racha plushie? I mean, we have new merch, so that's encompassing in that. I should also make it... Yeah, I'm gonna pull this to the side here for a sec. Not much reason for... that. Oh yeah, 10 minutes? Sure that this actually... oh, I just realized, Gabby, why are you in the... Oh?
Because I was muted.
Why is your thing the car?
It's really funny. What, do you not like Piss Jar Dog?
It's...
Everyone else thinks it's funny.
big enough ever kind of see, more or less.
Why can I edit your ads on your channel? I forgot I can just look at your dashboard. That's kind of funny.
Bornheim tab is making this bring most screen here. Bornheim. Fell down the bronze. Little smaller. Okay, there we go. Longham is gone.
No.
Okay. think. Solo changes? Solo changes could be an interesting. What will we get rid of here? They're gonna announce the removal of still water? Well, we could do compound change. That could be an interesting. Rid of here. I kind of like this. I feel like we can keep editing it all day. I'd genuinely quit if they deleted Stillwater. I love Stillwater. I think Stillwater is a fine map. I don't want them to get rid of it, but I do think that out of all of them, Stillwater is probably like the most fundamentally flawed. Just the compounds that exist that have basements and water everywhere and stuff like that. A new wild target / bosses on. Yeah, we can maybe get. We'll do that. And we'll put we'll do compound rework.
Oh, wait, I forgot about this. Egg. Yeah.
Found. Okay. And then we'll do what color do we want for our marker? Sure. Important suggestion, important thing that we. Harry says red. Just a regular red, you know. The nice regular color. Up with you guys today. Oh, I need this dev stream to start. This is. You guys are losing your minds. You're making me lose my mind. Jesus Christ. Too early for the entire chat to be like, yeah. No, I also piss blood. Yeah.
In there. Remember that time I popped and you were streaming?
Because we spent hours in.
Yeah, it was kind of peak. Oh, wait, do you have the roulette command enabled? Damn.
Like a Twitch one? Because I don't think I've enabled any of those.
It's part of your stream elements.
Come on, dev stream. 4 more minutes. Gambling. This is gonna basically be. I'll put up a thing. So YouTube chatters, unfortunately, you will not be able to participate because I don't think YouTube has any like channel points system. So gonna go ahead and it's gonna be on Twitch. You'll be able to pick what you think, whether it'll be no bingo, 1 bingo, multiple bingo. Would it even be possible for?
No. What? No.
I'm trying to think if we have any that are like contradictory here. Happy birthday, got a job today. Happy birthday, 420 sad. I hope. Make sure you drink some water too. Intoxicate, right? I think. That would make sense if you're drinking on your. Iced tea. All right.
To be fair, 420 Sad said they were trying to piss red, so maybe don't drink
Oh.
water.
Okay. No, drink water.
Or
I'm
don't.
cutting in and out. Ah, okay. I will try and keep my mouth a lot closer to my microphone, or maybe I'll up the gain a tiny bit. Okay. That a little better, hopefully. I don't know. Something changed with my microphone a while back, and I genuinely don't know what it was. But something fucked up, and it's been like this ever since. Alright, 1 minute. Come on. Please. Yep.
Oh wait, did the channel point gamble start yet?
Started. I'll start it once the actual line.
Okay, because I'm putting everything on red. I don't know yet. I mean, regardless, I'm gonna refund my points back to me if I lose, so.
That's not in the spirit of gambling. Where's your fucking...
The house always wins. Fuck the spirit of gambling.
Not a true gambling addict.
Okay, buy me some CS crates. Easy.
No.
I'll open them on screen share.
That means that you have nothing to lose because I'm the one who's paying for them.
Potato,
I think you
potato.
fundamentally misunderstand how gambling works.
Tomato, tomato.
Did you spill apple juice in your mic when someone redeemed it? You know, maybe. You guys were a little too... are a little too aggressive with your apple juice sometimes.
Wonder if I have any Rainbow Six packs.
Nothing yet. Come on, Crytek. Come on, Crytek. Only way to properly gamble with someone else's money? I mean, sure.
You get it. Technical issues crossed off. No, no, no. They'd have to say it's technical issues. They could just be late.
They sometimes are, like, a few minutes late. Probably gonna start within the next 5 minutes, I would assume.
Oh, wait. You know what? If we want to gamble... Give me 1 sec.
Scared?
You should be.
Hold on, when the stream will actually start. Okay. I like that. Oh, I just typed prediction. Whoops. You didn't see that? Okay. Start prediction.
30 minutes. Take it or leave it.
When will start? Oh, 4:10:05. Or do 5 to 10 no 10:07 and then 10:07 to 10. Maybe for the next 30 seconds, okay? Go crazy. Currently it is 10:02. Not started. I'm not gonna refresh until the thing is over, so you got 30 seconds. Everyone's putting their money so far on 10:07 to 10:10. No one else is voting on anything else. 20 points on 10:05. 500 points on before 10:05. Oh my god. 10,000 on what the fuck? Okay. Prediction started. Let's refresh. Still waiting.
Can you open my screen share on stream real quick? We're gambling. I'm gambling.
Hijacking my stream.
The people want to gamble.
2 minutes. I'm gonna. You're not even gambling. You're waiting on the fucking terms of use to go through.
Give me a sec, it's downloading.
That's great. I'm away.
It's almost there. I'll let you know when it's done. If the stream's not up by then, we're gambling. Forgot to update it.
1 minute. Whole. And me just typing prediction in the chat. Fuck you, Perry. Don't make fun of me. Don't you mock me. Would this count as a tech issue, or would they need to mention it? No, we're talking like tech issues during the stream. They oftentimes are like a few minutes late. I wouldn't count this as that.
All right, I'm ready.
As soon as it flips over to 10:05, I'm gonna refresh it. If it's already up by 10:05, okay. Oh, that's tough for the first people predicting. So it's now in 10:05 to 10:07. We'll refresh at 10:07, I guess.
Are you ready for gambling? I am. All right, all right. We're looking for a hollow.
Pumpkaboo, Shadow.
We got a hollow. We have one more pack. We could get a full art area, full art hollow. Oh. Yeah, like a full card art hollow.
Oh, full art.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for. A fart hollow.
Excuse me.
Fantastical Parade. I don't care. I like go for the first couple sets or like whatever has Gardevoir. All right, Meloetto.
Yo,
Choodle?
Choodle. Right there.
We got a
Galarian
Galarian
Stunfisk. Hell yeah.
Rock and roll it. For it. Dog shit.
What? No, be nice to Furret.
I'm not shitting on Furret. I'm shitting on the Furret that arrived to me, you know?
Fucked
And
up.
then we got one more pack. We got one more pack.
One more pack left.
No. This is you'll see.
Heck of this. Up one sec.
Okay, do that. I got my wonder pick.
It's not up yet. Okay, the 10:07ers got 1 more minute.
All right, you ready? I want you to pick one of these, whichever one looks the most interesting.
Just go. Just pick it.
All right, we're gonna go for this one. Got a 1 in 5 chance. That one.
Yo, Bunny. Hey.
Vile little creature. I think I got more actually.
7. Up. Guys, I'm starting to get nervous that like I really fucked this up. They're just not stream today. If Dennis shaved his beard, that would be a fucking jump scare. Holy shit. Imagine starting off, you pull up the stream, and we just see clean shaven Dennis. We see clean shaven David Fifield with his fucking baby face. That would be terrifying. I mean, Dennis has a beard too. Cosplaying as the judge. Oh my god. Be nice. Damn.
I know how to keep your stream entertained. Just wait 1 second.
Oh. This is not your stream.
Don't worry, I got this.
David's beard is gone and has completely migrated to the top of his head. Like one of those photoshops of someone where they're like their hair and their beard swapped and it looks like believable but just a little bit comical, you know? I failed to consider what happens if it takes more than 10 minutes, so
I think everyone loses.
yeah, I think everyone just loses. Well, I have to pick a prediction. I guess if that's the case, I'll
No,
just
you can cancel the prediction.
I'll just cancel it if that's the case. Double, triple checking that it's not like happening right now. People have dev stream in their title, so no. I don't know what's happening. One minute. I guess it's not that bad. Everyone just gets their channel. Wait, this is gonna be awesome. This better be an amazing dev stream. Fuck it, we'll just start watching old dev streams. Let's watch them introduce 2.0's UI again. Yeah, how far down would that even? Original murder circuits. Did they not stream for? That's Twitch Drops gameplay. Harvest of Ghosts, Bounty. Gameplay. They didn't. What? Just goes straight to Desolation's Way. Gameplay live stream. Not done very. Gameplay live streams compared to previously. Holy. Boards. I guess that the dev stream. Play back for Tide of Corruption. Do they not have one for Desolation? Or Tide of Desolation? I guess not. Huh. Feels so weird. I know that there was a dev stream for what's it called? I know there was a dev stream for 2.0, but I'm surprised it's not here. Stream live at all? Nope. Okay, well, my prediction. Everyone loses. Beat and return points. Like, when is this happening? Like, post something on Twitter about it, maybe? Oh.
I'm playing Clash of Clans. I'm gonna be completely real.
They're live? No way, they're live? Page is right now. Not live on YouTube. Are they live on Twitch? Like, it's
They're live on Kick.
Went live. Oh, they are live now. Okay, finally. 13 minutes late.
Alright, I'll be behaved.
Still have to wait for the starting soon. Okay, now we'll start the other prediction for the actual bingo. The whole reason why we wasted 45 minutes.
I'm gonna go pee. You have fun with this.
Okay. So, no bingo. One bingo. Multiple bingo. We gotta fucking start this. Except for the next 2 minutes. Or blackout. Okay, prediction is up. Place your channel points. Is it going? Can't tell if it's going or not. Place your channel points, you got 2 minutes. Go, go, go. Already 10,000 on one bingo, holy shit. 4.5k on no bingo, we got some serious doubters. 4.6 on multi-bingo. Awesome, yeah. 13,000 on one bingo. No one's going for blackout, which is fair, I understand. Is it happening? Like, is my shit paused? Or is this starting soon? Okay. Gumbus spotted. Gumbus? Your time to bet tank. But yeah, you're betting 10,000 channel points. What do you mean? Some brave soul put 100 down on blackout. Whoever you are, I respect you. I respect the hell out of that. Still got another like 30 seconds or so. Currently the standings are 4.5 on no bingo, 12.5 on one bingo, 5.4 on multi bingo, and 100 on blackout. Add Braunham to the vote. I cannot change the vote right now, I'm sorry. It will be there. It will be in your hearts. You can vote for Bornheim or not. The Bornheim Square is its own separate entity. Mysterious fifth option that's not actually there. Alright. Is it concluded? We're waiting. I need to like look at this to make sure you might have to like scream stuff at me as well. Like if I miss something smaller, then just scream it at me. Which mobile stocks pretend I put 16k on multi-bingo? Okay. And remember, a bingo is 5 in a row. Whether that's vertical, horizontal, or diagonal. Also, I'm just realizing, is this new music that we're hearing? Might be. Like it's new music, right? Does the Bornheim Square... What?
You should see the YouTube stream chat. Everyone's just saying, why didn't you start on time? You can't even start on time. New music question mark? Can't even start on time.
This is why I don't have the chat pulled up, because I don't want to see shit like that. I'm sorry, but no one in the Twitch chat or YouTube chat for this kind of stuff has anything intelligent to say.
People are just saying trying to reconnect.
Okay. Does the Bornheim Square count for bingos? No, it is its own separate thing. Never look at a game stream chat. Yeah, 90% of people are like, when it comes to Q&A, they're just gonna be like, when are you gonna fix the servers, when they live in some like middle of nowhere town with dog shit internet? Like, I'm always lagging. It's always the servers. I can't reconnect. Those are the type of people that you get in like chat, or the type of people who like genuinely think that we need to give like the nitro iron sights or whatever. When are you gonna make the good? Matchmaking bad. Wham. Wham. Well, woke. Well.
Well, woke.
If you were to get one with it, why shouldn't it count? I mean, if you manage to get like not long ammo, like this whole square here, sure, we'll count it as a bingo. I was just kind of gonna go with like it's its own separate thing. Like if the Bornheim gets mentioned, then whoever you know, whoever wanted the Bornheim to get mentioned out of all of you, you just win, get like a thumbs up or something. I don't know. You think David will have a mustard stain on his shirt? That'd be really... One day, I wish that Dennis for a while had like a chain pistol pin on his shirt that he would wear pretty consistently for most of the dev streams. But he hasn't worn it for the past few. Movable Bornheim Square Insane Bingo item. You know what? Fuck it. I like that. If the Bornheim specifically gets mentioned, we can cross it off and we'll move it anywhere up and down in this column here. Bornheim, go ahead and be up and down. Anywhere from like the 5. Thank me later when multi bingo gets a win. Matt Obrez. Yeah. There we go. It's starting. Dennis!
Hey
Oh my
everyone, and
god!
welcome to another developer live stream. Hope you are all good in
Dennis!
there. Chat.
First,
Hi
first
everyone.
thing marked off.
Here with Dennis.
Hi, Dennis.
How are you,
Hey.
Dennis?
Thank you. I'm very well. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we are so excited
Dennis.
to talk about this today. We have so many cool stuff to show you.
I like the new
But
set
before
they've
that, we
got
would
going.
like to thank
Here, they have like an
Elgato
actual
for,
desk.
helping this stream out with really cool teleprompters and some cool stuff in the office to make it happen. And of course, our team.
Have
for making
teleprompters? Do we
amazing
think it's gonna
stuff like-
stop?
We are basically.
Think the teleprompters are gonna
in
cut
right
out?
now, so
It's awesome. It's really, really cool.
it's really awesome. But let's start talking about Devil's Trail. But before that,
It just
we
looks
have
like
some
that on YouTube,
housekeeping
too.
To do, because Hunt is celebrating its 8th anniversary this year. This happened in February. What an awesome number! to get.
Absolutely.
Yay, years of
With
Hunt.
that, we want to thank all of you for playing the game, participating in it, for all the content creators, for streaming it, all our partners for being always there for us. It's just what an amazing journey. Dennis, do you have like
Yeah, I mean, it's
Any
an
highlights?
amazing journey, as you said, like from early access to Hunter on 1896, 8 years. Quite amazing.
It
Like,
has
if I look
changed
back,
quite a
one
bit.
Of the
Like,
biggest things for me was
this
like
game
when we
has
had the
come
1.0
quite
release,
far.
and then finally had the chance to add trios to the game. Like that was such a
Yes.
big changer for me.
I'm excited to
But
see
all along the
Mammoths
way,
with
so many
the
great milestones, so yeah.
fire everywhere.
Looking back with pride. and
Assuming
happiness.
they
fun
have
fact?
info.
My first day was on the early access
I mean,
release,
Devil's
so I
Trail
know
with, like,
by
the
fact that it was
fire
February
icon, they have to.
22nd, 2018,
Yeah.
and everyone gathered in the office and we pressed that button and went live with it. So
That's so cool. There's actually like we
Excited
do
for them
have
to
a
announce
documentary about like
Titanfall 3.
25 years of Crytek, and
Arclight?
that exact moment you'll find in there as well. I think
Excited for them to
4, if
announce
I'm not
Titanfall
mistaken.
3.
So there's some really, really good stuff to see in there.
exactly. And with the anniversary, we released.
Oh
an
yeah, I wonder if
anniversary
we're gonna
Steam
see
contest. The
winners
entries
of that.
closed this week. So thank you everyone for submitting the really, really amazing artwork. Our team will be judging it and thinking about it, and you will be able to vote for the best 6
Ooh, we're gonna...
soon on our website.
Oh.
You can find all the details already in a blog on the website, so check that out if you're curious. But again,
Neat.
thank you for submitting all the amazing entries. I had a chance to look at all of them today, and Well, it actually blows my mind.
Yeah, I'm really happy
Board's a
we
bit
are able to
tiny.
do one of those contests
Can't
again.
really
Been doing
easily
a
make
few
it
of those in the
bigger,
past, but
so I'm sorry you're gonna have to
was
deal with
thinking
it.
of
You're also on
And
mobile,
also
so
just in
I'm
general
sorry,
community,
but
like the cosplayers,
It's big if you're
all the
on
cool
a
fan art that you
normal-sized
post on
display.
our socials.
I
over
don't
the
want to
years,
make it
it's,
too
like,
big because it's
really
I also
crazy
want to
and
make sure
very,
that it's
very,
not
like, it makes us
hovering like
working on this game and here because it gives us life. So thank
It's
you
rewarding.
very much so. And as Dennis mentioned, we do have a Crytek docu series on the Crytek YouTube channel.
I need
Check
to. I
out the
actually might
link
need
in
to
the chat for that, and we are going through many of our games, including
put it over
Huntsman as
here
well.
we
for
just
now,
recently
just so we
released
can
the
actually
fifth
see
episode
the
of
stuff
that
that's
one.
happening.
So we're now basically in the present with a documentary.
Oh, it's a
So,
tiny bit
if you
in
wanna
the
catch
way,
back
I
on, like,
see.
the early years of Crytek,
there we
also, like
go.
the different games we've done over the years, as well as Sun Showdown. Definitely go check it out.
And if you want to see more of Dennis,
Ah.
make sure to check it out because he's in a lot of those. But let's talk about some of our community highlights this time around. First of all, we had a Lunar New Year.
Yeah, that was amazing. So, like a new game of skill story challenge, we were able
Sounds
to
so
release this one.
German. I
So,
have
super excited.
I have
People were
some
super happy with this
interesting
one,
information
and,
for
I think
you.
it's still going.
iTech
until,
may or may
was
not be
7th
based in
of April?
Germany.
7th of April, you can still get
What?
it. And play.
Yeah, and it will return in the future.
But
So
hold your
again,
hand when
really
you
cool
say
one.
when I say this. But
And we have to highlight some of the cool merch that is dropping with the event, like
new
Oh,
merch.
you're wearing a shirt
Ah,
there,
new
Vince.
merch.
Yeah, it's an unusual
Boom.
shirt, but really cool. And don't
Remember,
check it
looking
out yet because
specifically
there's
for
some
tarot
spoilers on
merch.
it for the stream.
No,
And
it's
also
new
we
merch in
will have
general, but
some
new tarot merch would be
displays,
amazing.
coming into the store, so make sure to check those out as well. And maybe Dennis, if you want to say anything about Murder Circus event and recap what really happened.
Oh,
So it's really, really great to just do another
Load.
run of the Murder Circus with the Murder Circus and core. Like engagement was amazing. Also like having like these new like in between beats as we had with the Balweaver compounds and the Flame Rifle coming in,
Wait.
etc. Just getting these exciting pieces out, I think was really, really fun for everybody.
Yeah, it was really fun. And there's another thing we gather your feedback about.
I'm gonna
as
count that
well,
as Post Malone,
which is
and I
the
don't care.
15 players,
It's his
mission
circus.
That we
Okay,
recently ran
It's
some
his
tests on.
circus.
You may have participated in it. So Dennis, what was the feedback on that?
Yeah, first off, I mean, thanks for everybody for participating in this one.
Increased lobby
compiled
size.
all of our findings into a little blog post.
See if it's
already,
actually
so if you
coming or
wanna go
not.
into the
If they
details
don't
of
say
this
it's
one, you can
coming, I'm
check
not
that
gonna
one
mark
out.
that off.
In general, the feedback was great on the trio side of things, not so great on the duo side of things. There were a couple of pain points we understood, like things that you didn't like. And what's really interesting from our side was just going through the data, seeing the feedback, and seeing like how certain aspects resonated stronger or not so strong in certain like demographics, like MMR brackets as well as regions. So super fascinating to kind of see like how everybody is kind of responding to this, and maybe in different ways even. So what we've learned from this one is that mostly it's about the spawn fights, which were a bit like too much, like the third partying wasn't so nice, and there's obviously the economy piece as well.
I never played
where
for this,
maybe
so
you
I don't
just
really
lose a little bit more, and therefore maybe
say.
well, you don't get this much
I'll
out. Like,
trust
that's
it.
about the bounty value, for example.
I
So
appreciate the
a couple of these
transparency
points
that
we wanna
they're
go
that
back
they're
to on
doing
the
with
drawing
it.
board a little bit, continue iterate on those, and then we aim on doing like another playtest in the future. But first, we want to make sure that we actually have some answers on those.
Okay,
Again,
and
if you want more detail on it, as Dennis mentioned, you can check out.
yeah,
the
I'll
blog
count
post
that as
already live.
we're getting.
mentioned
It's
on
coming
the
back in the future to
release
do more
segment,
playtests. So
make sure to read it. But let's
count as
talk
we're looking
about
into it.
Port Surfer Band. That is our
We'll
in-house
see.
band, if you didn't know. So
Yo,
it's made
Port
of
Surfer
our
Band.
developers, and it's responsible for all the awesome music in Hunt, around Hunt. And we reached
Ooh.
a huge milestone
Shout
with
out
the
Port
band,
Surfer Band.
over 100 million streams worldwide.
That's amazing.
It's
Well deserved. It's a good listen.
yeah, and again, thank you for your support across all the platforms. You can find the Port Surfer Band on Apple Music, Spotify, or YouTube Music, or any of the other major platforms you may listen to music to. And additionally, we have a new release on Steam for the Shadow Wakes Deluxe Edition, which has over 45 tracks.
Yeah, including the Rain and the Zal, which is a really cool ambient track. I really like this one a lot.
Yeah, and as always with Port Surfer Band,
Port
a lot of
Surfer
more
Band.
surprises coming very, very soon.
They don't cease to amaze. So there we go.
Amazing. So now we took these housekeeping things and exciting community things out of the way. Let's get back to the update and 2.7. So
Okay,
what is coming,
2.7.
in the stream and for the update?
So in
March
general, we have
18th.
Devil's Trail as a new event running from March 18th to June 10th.
Like
And
3
in this
monther.
event, we're going to focus a lot on tracking and scouting. So we're gonna go back like to the core, bit back to the roots with this one. So we talk about all the
Great,
details now in
okay.
the stream, of
Or
course.
no, we saw new
In
traits
general,
already.
what we'll be talking
Oh,
about
never
is new
mind.
scouting mechanics,
I wonder what new
scout
scouting
towers, new
mechanics
locations, a
means.
new monster,
It's gonna be
new traits, new tarot cards, points of interest,
ways to
and
track
more.
players.
So we dive into details
They,
of all
they
of those
showed more
throughout the
about it in
stream.
blog post.
And
Please give us
even more
footstep
activities
tracking.
will come during the event. But let's talk about those in a bit
Footprint,
more
I
detail.
guess.
now.
Activity.
Yeah, so like in general, like this is an important piece that we want to evolve our events again and over again. It's like a never-ending process. And one of the things that we've been experimenting with over the last 2 big updates has been like these sub-beats, like something happening in between, multiple beats during the event. The latest of those was the Ballweaver compounds and the Flame Rifle in January, like as a mid-event beat. And then at the end of the Murder Circus on Core, we also had like the new mail supply point. So there's always something new, some cool new pieces in there. I mean, just like do more of that one, give you guys a bit more new contents, gameplay shifts throughout the event period in general. So
I mean,
exciting
they
new
kind
pieces,
of
not everything is just
they kind of
always there
need
from the
this,
get-go,
considering that
but
they're
things
going for
evolve
like
and
3
change.
month-long events.
And we
3
will,
months without
reveal
new
a lot
content or
more,
any new
obviously, in the
changes
future streams
is
about
rough.
But we can
Especially
already
if there's
talk a
certain
bit
things that don't
about
land,
the
so-
next beat that is coming
It ends
on
up feeling really
April
stale. That's
15.
part of what made me not
Yeah.
Yeah, so
come
this
back.
is like our first
Yep.
beat after the initial release, and that will be focusing on the Inferno time of day. So, of those of you who don't know what Inferno is, it's basically
Oh yeah, Inferno
large
time of
parts the
day.
map are on
Right.
fire. You have different paths now. Areas are blocked. You have obviously then the sound from the fire impacting you. The visibility is impacted. It's
right
very,
away,
very,
it's coming
awesome
April
atmosphere to just walk around in, but it changes things up a little bit. So Inferno is coming back, and of course, for the first time, also will be on Mammon's Gulch. We also
More
have some
Hellborn
new
activity
Hellborn
too.
activities. I'm going to keep it as vague as possible for the moment because obviously we're going to talk about this more as we get closer to this first beat.
I'm gonna bet
then
that it's probably gonna be
Joining,
like
the
Hellborn
entire
coming
Inferno
to
theme,
other
we also
maps
have
too.
a appropriate firefighter supply point with some cool new goodies there.
And we will also have a new DLC release around this time around too. But let's talk about even more into the future about May. Just very brief.
So sticking
Okay,
with
but
this,
what's coming, like,
monthly-ish,
on the
beat
18th
structure
though,
we have there, like,
guys?
every month or so we have something
Fan
new.
favorite
In May,
content.
we want to return some of the fan
traits.
favorite contents. So there will be things that you guys really liked before, and we're going to bring them back to rotate like event elements a little bit. So we can keep that again even more.
It's gonna
vague
be traits.
because we're going to talk about it as well as we get closer.
Guys,
Exactly.
bringing
it's a
Blade
5
Dancer
hour
back.
basis, so more surprises.
Harry
are
called
to
new
come.
Stay tuned, there's more stuff
microtransactions for the
coming throughout
DLC.
the
Do you
entire
agree?
But now that we talked about what is coming later
not
in the
really
event,
new, I would
let's get
say.
back
We
to
had
the top of it,
DLCs.
and let's talk about
I was gonna
Devil's
say.
Trail. Now, make sure to stick around the whole stream because there's a lot of things towards the end too that you really don't want to miss. So let's dive into the lore, and before that, why don't we roll the amazing cinematic trailer that we have, which really recaps the lore.
It's amazing, love it.
The trailer again. Sure.
Don't you?
They're gonna do the returning but different events skins thing again. Not sure. I would assume so. It seemed to be a pretty big success, so yeah, that to me read is like bringing back old traits, but we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see if they actually bring anything.
Found signs of fighting, casualties, spilled bandages.
Saw this already. Looks pretty cool. Like the hunters,
Rumors confirmed.
like the weapon skins too.
The dead are walking, skin peeling like birch bark. We observed multiple armed and skilled combatants engage.
3 survived and ran.
Do new weapon skins count as new microtransactions? I read new microtransactions as like a new thing to sort of spend your money on, like an entirely new, like, I don't know, like when they introduce like the new like premium story challenges, stuff like that. That was my reading for it. If you guys read it differently, then because I think we knew it's pretty obvious there's gonna be like new skins and stuff. So
Former Private Grizz Levinson.
He told us about hunters. and the inoculations that keep them from becoming fiends.
We've decided that the injections will increase our chances of fulfilling the mission.
It is the only way to see what's really out there.
Wait. Take this mystery syringe.
What does the syringe do to you again?
In lore, it's basically like, it's how you get like your dark sight, and it also stops you from turning into like a grunt, basically. It does, as they're showing now, over time, just turn you into a fucking like murderous psychopath, though.
All progressing smoothly. We see, at all hours we see the bright dawn. It lights the trail ahead.
Fire breather again. Pretty cool. For Hellborn in the Bayou. And
What an amazing trailer. So Dennis, for
Burnout?
those that maybe didn't catch everything in it, could you just recap what really happens here?
Yeah, so basically, in the story, we're following two indigenous scouts. They're sent over to investigate what's going on in the incursion zones for one of those military groups. And while they're determined to stop the growing nightmare, but they kind of choose to fight the monsters themselves, like, so no more scouting.
yeah,
But
that's true. They
as
did
go
specifically
in,
get
as you would
rotten
expect with
blood,
any hunter, at one point, their
which I think is why they turn crazy so much quicker.
They
But
start going for their own
because
benefits.
the chef is
This
like a
primarily
cannibal
after they
and
meet, the cook,
fucked up and
the
evil.
cook gives them,
But the
yeah,
standard issue
some
stuff that like the
comes
Hunters
along with
Association gives
it's really a twist, like, but basically they kind of lose track of the
is
original
more
mission, and
stable, I guess. You definitely still turn into
Yeah,
a
so
fucking
you already mentioned some of the
psychopath,
key
so-
figures, but let's just take a close look at them. So first we have the one who flies.
one of Lice is like one of those two
I fuck
indigenous
with
army
it.
scouts, and then the second one is Red Raven, the cousin of One Who Flies.
I do fuck with the more like
And, then
militaristic
the third
style
one
of
is the cook, which,
indigenous
used to
that
be
they're
former
going with here. Like
private in the army,
Crytek
they-
has
they
done
know
some
him by name,
amazing indigenous
but, yeah, I think he
representation
got
over the
fired from his
years.
last job because he was like cooking human flesh or something.
I
Not,
feel like it's something you
not
don't
the person you wanna
see
trust with,
in
but then again, they do
video games that much, or
and,
just media in
that,
general.
Spells doom for all of them.
And all these three hunters will be part of the battle pass this time around too. Right?
Yeah.
And-
Really cool shots there, like One Who Flies, and yeah, he's not just flying over the table like in the trailer.
Then of course the Red Raven.
Wait, they're
Red
part of the
Raven,
battle pass?
The cousin, really
Yeah.
cool as well,
Oh, that's neat.
and the cook.
I
which
like
is
that
Chris
knife. That's a
Levinson,
cool knife skin there.
Really cool one.
former private.
And we have some other key figures in the Turncoat gang.
Yeah, so also you remember the
That's-
Turncoat? Was one of our
Turncoat,
DLC
that's a
hunters, been out
DLC.
for some time, but like he now has a gang, and maybe had them for some time. But there are some reinforcements in the gang. On one hand, we have now the bandit, and then we also have the highwayman. So
Is the-
both of those are like
Is the
members of
prerequisite to
gang
joining the
that are going
Turncoat
to
gang
this,
that you have to have like a funny
being
little
more on
face
the
cover
wrong
for
side
your
of the
big
law.
hat?
And if you notice, actually, like the storm.
I know what it looks
and,
like.
Headtake, like they're both also like part of the same gang. But obviously, we're going to focus on the bandit and highwayman, and those two are basically our like BP hunters for this event.
Yeah, you will be
Cool.
able
I
to
think
get them
people will
in the
probably
store
really
when
like
you
these
want.
ones.
And we also have a new DLC releasing with
Oh.
the Madness of Montrasol.
Saw the
The
trailer for
Madness
that
of
earlier,
Montresor,
so that's
really
cool.
cool as well. That goes very nicely along with the Phantom, I suppose. Very cool character, and also pretty awesome backstory.
Seems neat.
Yeah, so
Not a
why don't
character
we
that
just
I'm gonna
up
pick
the
up
trailer
probably,
for
but
this
let's do it.
DLC?
Cool. Oh, come on. Just show us the changes, please. Please. It's scaring me a
they
little
gotta
bit. What?
They gotta push the cosmetics first.
Well, it's scaring me that they're showing so many cosmetic first because, like, I don't know. Are they just trying to stall for time because they don't have as much stuff to show for actual changes? I mean, these skins look clean. I just don't think I'd really pick them up because these are just not weapons that I play, and I don't think I'd use the hunter.
really cool content pieces in there. I really like that we got like a new crack silencer skin, and also you can't have enough normal Nagans as well as the,
Fun.
the
Come on.
Ranger penny shot to round it up. So I think it's a really cool set.
And of course, the hunter itself.
Not even for the penny shot
But
skin. I
we
have
still
several that I
a-
already like
a
though.
new story
That's the thing.
challenge coming in this update for free, the Vigilant Justice. And just to remind everyone, the event will be running from next Wednesday until the 10th of June. So note that down right now in the notepad.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the story challenge.
All right,
Challenge.
so we also have like a new free story challenge. As you know, like we use those story challenges to kind of bring back some of those older skins as well, like some of the skins you've had from before.
Okay, so
Leon the 6
returning
relaunch.
rookie hunter. That's cool.
And,
That would have
this
also been
time
a
around
good
we've
square to
really
have
focused
here.
on Joan Damon and on Leon Olitsky. Both of those names should be familiar because both of them already have both the rookie, veteran, and also the survivor versions. And we're going to release 2 new versions of them, which is like Joan Damon, the tracker, and Leon Olitsky, the looter. And the whole thing is about a story where
Okay, sure.
Joan basically tries to hunt down Leon after a deadly robbery. But like the motives, as always in the Bayou, may blur the line between villain and victim.
Yeah, so there's a lot of cool stuff to earn already during the event.
Okay,
But
sure.
let's
That's another
actually
free one,
dive
so we'll
into,
take it. Why
the
not?
progression of the event and all the other rewards that players may be able to get.
Yeah, let's talk a bit about the structure of the event. There's basically like the same formula as we've been running for some time. So we continue with the pledge mark system. That means you will earn event points. If you have 25 event points earned during a match, you also
You're
get
right,
a
this
pledge
kinda
mark
feels
from
like
that one,
stalling.
and you can use those pledge marks obviously to unlock like sealed rewards and do cool things.
I mean, they did. There is going to be new stuff to
But
spend
also
your
you
pledge marks
also,
on. I
earn
bet. So
event points now.
maybe
by
they're
revealing
changed.
hidden information because
Yeah,
it's all
hidden
about scouting and
information.
tracking. So we're going to talk about that in a second.
And of course, we have a brand new battle pass with 50 rewards to
course
earn. It will include a lot of weapons, the hunters we mentioned
Lot of
earlier, so the 3
padding.
hunters, some cool weapon animation.
on, guys,
animations
just
that you can equip.
give
for
us
a lot of cool stuff,
something.
and some player profile.
And not just something that was in the
customization.
fucking blog post. Just give us
So why don't we
something,
take a look at
please.
some
Let's have a
of
look at
the
them, yeah.
rewards. Yeah. So let's start with.
Oh my
Chef's
God.
Kiss,
We are
which
25
will be
minutes
a
into
skin
the
for
stream.
the Vandal
Just a reminder.
73C family.
I mean, these
for the
this looks
striker,
really
for the
good. I
Vandal.
like this
So
new
exactly
Vandal
as you mentioned,
Striker. That's
there's gonna be
cool.
3 versions of this one. You see the striker version here, but we also have the bolts on.
Skins don't really mean.
So bit of Vandal love, which is really cool.
Wait, I just realized the
Really cool
lever
one.
is made out of a
We will
fork.
also
That's
have
kind
the
of funny.
Trail Beater set for the Centennial.
Yeah, an absolute favorite of mine. Like
Saw
so
these in the
I like when they're like
trailer.
having these new
Looks cool.
frontier kind of like trapper type of look. So I'm really happy the Centennial gets a bit of a treatment there.
I like the
We can also
Centennial
use the
Trauma. That's a
versions for
cool thing in the end
sniper
there.
and the trauma version as well as the base version. This one I think is going to be one of my go-to picks for sure.
And I know that you also really like traps, and we have 3 new.
Who told you
ones
that?
coming up. So first, we
Trap
have like
skin.
an alert trip mine, one of the 3 in the family, which is called Loud Footfall.
Yeah, that's really, really cool as well. So like alert 1 is the first one, and we're going to see the other ones in a moment.
Then we have the Graham Coma Pants.
Okay,
for
that
the
looks
Romero
pretty cool for the
77
Romero.
family. It will include the Talon and the Alamo variant as well.
You can see
Or
the
Talon
element.
as
I
well.
really like that one. Like this one, obviously in the hands of some of our like skull mask wearing hunters is gonna be like super awesome.
Yeah, this one
pretty
is really
cool.
badass, not gonna lie.
If we get some changes.
And let's look at a cute charm.
Horsey!
Survival
Okay, never
Power.
mind. This is all worth it. Horsey.
Nice weapon charm. Yeah, you're off the horse.
Then we have Skull's Eye.
Okay.
which is for the Nagant
New
Precision.
Nagant Precision
Getting like
Deadeye.
the Nagant,
I fuck with it. Might have to play some
system,
Nagant
is
Precision
one of those weapons
Deadeye.
I think personally I feel like it's underused. Like I
Bornheim?
using it
Actually,
once
that's
because
true.
when I
This could be a
expect it.
this could be a
So
thing for the
example, if you go
Bornheim
with
if they show
medium,
that there's a
the-
Bornheim
the-
skin
the-
coming.
The bow in one, and then this one is the arranged option with some high velocity.
Horsey!
You can
Woo.
do some nasty heads with this one. I really like this one. It's not necessarily meta, but it's really fun to use.
Not necessarily meta. Dennis, it is the
second
Nagant Precision
from
Deadeye.
the
Like,
family is the Damned
what?
Footfall, which is obviously for the Concertina.
Yeah, I really like that you can see like the pattern there similar to patterns we saw on the Centennial family. So it feels very like frontier new look. I really like this one.
We also have a skin
Yeah, I'm
coming
really gonna
for the
notice that
PCs,
intricate pattern
which
when
is
I
the
place it
Radiant
down.
Afterlife.
Yeah, like kind of fitting that skull.
for
theme.
fusies. Okay.
And Lamats.
Are they just showing us, like, the
Rallidation's
entire,
Path.
Yeah,
like,
this one
battle
is really
pass right
amazing as well.
now?
Like, again, good backup for
Kind
the
of
Centennial,
seems
I
like
suppose.
it.
Yeah.
And
And
cool
a
Lamat skin.
really, really badass throwing axe.
Okay, I
must
fuck
say,
with
for
that throwing
quality
knives or
roll.
throwing
Yeah,
axe
like,
skin with the
imagine, like, this
forks and
map
stuff
belongs to the
welded
cook, I
to it.
suppose, but like really cool. Like I like how all of like the
That's
cutlery is
neat.
kind of like
Our
like
team
merged
cooked.
and molten into this.
What
and then
about
shaped from
like the
there. It's
people in
really
charge
cool.
of the gameplay
He's
though?
definitely a
They
twisted
done.
cook.
What
That's
are
why
they
we
cooking
also
there?
have this
was
hive
a
bomb, which
change
is
in
called bone broth.
marketing.
Yeah, also really cool.
Yo,
if you
high
had, like, a fork in
I
front
bomb
there.
with the spatula.
Yeah, pretty creepy stuff. And my favorite new weapon charm, I must say, is called Noctilica. And we also have a
Okay,
small video
bug-
to showcase this fun.
Bug friend.
It's
I
actually
fuck
animated.
with bug
Actually,
friend.
Oh, it's
animated.
animated.
It's a
Okay,
little,
that's cool. I fuck with that.
glowing element in there.
That's
I think it's really
neat.
cool. It's like a nice touch.
I really love that. I really do. And
Yeah, a
the
lot
last
of the
three
skins are
traps,
kitchen themed, but that's because we
called
have a
Toxic
like the chef
Heat.
hunter
I'll
is
just
like
first
one of
because
the,
that
the
It's a poison.
characters for this
Very
event.
cool.
No, Perry. The only
Let's go
balance
back to
changes
that,
we're getting is
cook
long ammo is
Yeah,
With a
Stronger.
pacemaker.
Also, it has a heavy knife. Someone needs to do a chopping of that human flesh. I
Well,
suppose.
heavy.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
really cool this one as well. I really like this.
And we do
Holy
have,
shit, they're
a new
actually just
ammo
showing us
skin,
the entire battle
really
pass in Blood
well.
Bond store.
They're kind of a bit more fitting.
Ah,
with this theme.
okay,
I
this
like
is
this one because
awesome.
it has
Art team
exponents
cooked, but
and
like, why are you
it's a
showing
bit
this
more
as like
like
right
quality,
now?
etc. I really like this.
No, there hasn't been anything about long
and
ammo
the
yet.
Last in the battle pass that
Long
you
ammo does
unlock
double
as the bonus
damage
level
now.
of the
That is
Recruiter
not.
Pass is
Gabby's
nice
just speaking out of
flip
her ass.
weapon charm.
That is so cute.
And again, it is just
Holy
not all the
shit!
rewards that you
Please
can
just
at
get to
Battle
some
Pass. We do
actual
have
gameplay related
animations,
stuff.
a few more charms.
Part
as
of the
well,
fun was looking
and
through the
player
battle
department
pass when
as
it
well.
Yeah,
came out.
there's even like,
Yeah.
an animation in there now for the traps. So curious for you guys see that for the first time then.
But now we went through the rewarding side of things. Let's talk
Went
about
through the
meat
entire battle pass.
nitty part of the event, which is very important.
Come
and
on.
we build this whole thing around it. The tracking and scouting part. Let's start
Okay.
with the scouting.
Yeah, so
Talk more about
dive
this.
a
I
little bit
hope
into
it's
the actual
more than just what we
mechanics,
saw in the
also
blog
what's changing
post,
for
but-
the event. And the first point here is the scouting element. And scouting is all about like revealing hidden information. It's about locations and finding stuff. So let's focus on this section first.
Know that extract and
So
supply
what's
points are going to be
different?
hidden
By
up.
default, we have the supply points and the extraction points hidden on the
Hidden
map.
extracts?
So as you go into the match and you open up the map on your start point, you will not see any of those in there. However, you have the chance to kind of uncover those again. So you reveal these locations, and you can use that either by using the new scouting maps, or you can also reveal that information by going directly to these locations as you find them.
I think they said there
But
was also
that's
going to
not
be
all,
other
because
things
you
like
can also just
smoke
ping them
plumes in
from a
the sky
distance.
too.
You don't ever have to go there. So if you're,
feel like
for
there's gonna
example,
be a terror
at
that
Preston
reveals
Oil and
all
you see
that
the boat in a
stuff.
far distance, you don't have to detour just to understand where the
See them above the compass while using the spyglass. All right, spyglass value, sure.
Even if you have the spyglass, it even shows you like nearby locations above the compass on top.
And yeah, you get it from
kind
bounty
of then
token
maybe
pickup
something
or
is
by
nearby,
using
like,
the
okay,
chariot
go
card
and look
or
so you
banishing.
can find it.
That's
So very easy to kind of.
I mean, spyglass buff.
Revealing it also obviously gives you event
Something.
points, so there's a kind of nice reward for this.
Yeah,
Would've been a
so you mentioned
crazy
interacting with the
bingo.
scout map and the scout towers. So what are the scout towers?
If you actually can go back one more, I want to say one more thing there on the last
Mm-hmm.
point there, because it's important just to give you guys a wrapper. So when we talk about discovering these locations, the important piece is that if you follow the objective, so you go for the clues, you find the boss, you kill and banish them, you will still understand where the exits are, because we also give you information about where you can leave the map with your reward, with your prize. If you do a banish or if you pick up a bounty token.
I
either
assume they
from
would
directly
probably
from the
also
boss or
be
because you take it from some other hunter. So there's always a chance to
like
still
once
understand
all
where
the
you're
bounty
going. It's just that
left.
by not
Yeah.
going to, for example, the map and reveal everything, you might be a bit at a disadvantage. You might not know where the supplies are, or if you are attacking, let's say, another banish. At that point,
I feel like this will
maybe
make
the
games
guys inside,
longer
they will
overall.
know now because they've done the banish where the exits are. But you attacking, you might not have that information if you didn't go to the tower first. So maybe now they have a chance to slip away from you besieging them. So it just adds a different dynamic, and it kind of makes it important to use information now
Talk
more as a
more about
weapon,
this
not
like
just,
once it's over,
figuring
because I
out
have mixed
what do
feelings
I need
about
to know
this.
when I can make the best decisions. Should I go to the towers? Should I skip them? So
As someone
it's
who's
very
hyper
interesting. And
casual,
also
I
the,
think it's neat.
chariot card also
It's
reveals.
neat.
I'm curious to
the
see
current
how it
exits on
plays
top of
out.
that.
It will
but let's go to the
dissuade
towers,
extract
yes.
camp,
So let's talk about the brand new tower.
but it'll also make like
archetype, the scout
planning and
towers.
positioning a lot harder.
So in general, we
Yeah.
have a new location called the Scout Towers. There's always 2 Scout Towers on the map. I think there's a possibility of like up to 3
They're
positions where
marked.
they could be. So it kind of always is a bit random which ones are active. And they're the only things
probably to
marked
kind of
on the map.
force
initially.
earlier fights
So
before you actually
you
get the
basically have a
bounty.
go-to beacon, like go to the map, and you know all the information, the rest fills in. But you can also obviously choose to ignore them and then reveal everything manually if you prefer and choose to do so. If you want to just go
In the blog post, they said there was
that's perfectly fine.
that can reveal
But
stuff,
what
which is
you
nice.
get at a scout tower. So first off, you have the scouting map. So this is where if you interact with it, it reveals all the locations, you know, where the supply points are or any other like custom locations that we have this time around. You also get access to the new tarot cards, which we're going to talk about down the line, as well as
Saw the new
Why'd you
tarot
say it like
cards.
that?
rewards like custom ammo, maybe sometimes trades, weapons, etc. So maybe let's just have a look at that stuff.
Yeah, let's take a look at the new scout towers.
It kind of sounds like it's just regular tower loot.
As you can see,
And then
as
the
you start
interactive
around, like you get a little pop-up that kind of tells you like,
Also,
what's
Premium
different this time
Daddy,
around.
this is
So
likely
it's
a
only
test.
that you see
Like,
those
this is
scout
probably
towers.
one of
There's
those
nothing else on the map.
experimental features. They'll see
Now,
how
if you
it
go
goes,
to
and
one
then
of those
maybe bring
towers,
it back.
It sounds like it'll only be
you can see
event.
them like
We'll
traditional
see.
towers, but they're a bit different. There's different ways up now. They're also a bit more camouflaged, so someone has been using them for reconnaissance. If you go all the way up, for example,
Get
you
on
can
the
actually do this
roof.
map. There's usually
Sure.
like a sniper rifle you can find up there. Maybe it's
Right.
a Springfield, maybe it's something else. It's kind of randomly placed, so you can always get like something with a scope in there, and then you obviously do those headshots, which was not staged at all. And,
surely.
you also have a chance, for example,
I
to
like
climb
that
a
there's
little
multiple
ladder,
ways
kinda
up
like
them.
directly
That's
coming
kinda
up from
cool.
the underside. There's different ways up, so it's not as easy.
Makes them a
as,
little bit less of a
as
death
some of the other
trap.
towers to lock them down. In the center, you have the table with a map, and the moment you interact with it, it just burst reveals and gives you those
a lot of event
point
points.
rewards for each of the locations.
You get them for
that you
revealing
have
stuff
now revealed,
anyway,
and
so
you now have the full map visible. And in there, you see the supply points, you see the exits, and you see some of the special locations we have. You also find the tarot cards there.
card, yeah.
So we have the High Priestess, which we're going to talk about more. You have the All Ears trade, and then you have the Pathfinder tarot card as well.
High Priestess kind of seems like a better version of Hanged Man.
Quite a good location to go to. Quite meaningful.
to
You
a
get a lot of
degree.
cool stuff there, so you don't necessarily want to miss out on that one. But understandably, if you, for example,
Probably
find
show
a
it off
boss right at the first
second.
compound, maybe you don't want to. But still, again, repeating that, you still
Burned
get
convoy.
the extract information
Oh,
if you engage with the boss.
you know,
Yeah, and at
mention
the
too
end,
much of
we
what it is. It's
saw,
a new
the
supply
hint of,
point, but
the new one of the new locations. So why don't we talk about the bird convoys as well?
So the burn convoy is what everybody is looking for. So that's what they're scouting. It's basically our new point of interest for this event. And again, it's also hidden from the map by default. However, it does emit like a large smoke pillar. There's like smoke plumes everywhere.
Okay.
So you can
What's so
actually
special
find that
about
if
it,
you just, like,
though?
scan
I
the horizon
wonder.
And if depending on where you are, maybe not everyone Mammoth Sculch because of the big mountain in the center, but in general, you should have a good way of kind of figuring out where this thing is, and you can just choose to go there directly. if
unique
you find
loot,
it.
scarce
And this one
weapons.
obviously contains a
I was
lot of
gonna say
unique
new
loot,
scares.
and I think we're gonna look at that.
Hopefully we get
about
the
what
flame
loot
gun
it
back.
is as we watch the trailer.
I don't
Yeah,
see
so
why
let's
we
look at
wouldn't
the,
when this whole thing
weapon.
seems to be a fire-ish themed event.
So generally, like the burn convoy is one of those special locations we have. You can see like the big smoke pillar here, kind of revealing that this
What?
And at that location, you do find a lot.
Is
of
this just gonna
trades
be
and
like
tarot
a
cards,
central supply
envelopes,
point?
so this is a very great place to go to. You also have guaranteed access to Catalyst here, as a trade that always spawns. You
Guaranteed
also get the all
catalyst,
ES trades,
sure.
for 2
Maybe we'll
months.
get some new catalyst
And,
traits
then
then?
we have some other random stuff that you can find here as well. There's also tarot cards here, and you have a guaranteed spawn of the Empress and the Chariot
There's
here. So
the
this is
Wild
quite a
Land.
valuable place, and you want to be the first one there because
It did
it's
say
not like
guaranteed spawn of an Empress card. That's kind of huge
this
for
is also, I
solos.
think that's an important piece as well. This is
I
where
don't
you
like
go
how
to
they
if
pronounce
you're missing
tarot.
health, because this is where you find a like health restoration kit.
The
And
burn
we've got
convoys
the
kind of seem
soft
like
half,
just a
first half of
shittier
the
version of
prison,
like the circus
scouting part, but
or
let's
the
talk
Bile
about
Weaver
the
nest.
active and passive tracking of
Are
your
Bile Weaver
enemies.
nests gone?
Talking
No,
about the
the
active
nests
part.
are gone.
Yeah,
So
the
let's start with
the
the emblem
compound
tracking, and that's
has
like
compounds of
the,
it. Bile
the
Weaver
tarot
refined. I'm
cards
assuming
and,
that'll stay.
the trade. So let's start with the High
I was gonna
Priestess.
say, I hope that
Um,
stays.
So the High Priestess is a new card that reveals the direction of the closest enemy hunter. You might think, like, don't we have something like that already with the Hanged Man? Yes, but in a different way. So what this does is basically creates a temporary world effect and a compass marker pointing in the direction. So this is something you can use much more in combat or when you're close by, because you're not being pulled out into a spectator camera view and then have to figure out where they are exactly. There's some drawbacks to this, of course, because you don't know how far away they are. You just get a direction. You also don't know what if they're alone, if there's a team, etc. That's where the hangman still has like an advantage over this. But it's much more reactive, so you can use it at any point during a mission. And
I think this will
it
be a
also
fine
updates
one.
then for the 30 seconds it remains
I
active.
Don't
in
see
which
this as
direction
something that
the
people are going to be
counters are.
bringing
So
in
you can also just
on
drop
their
this in the
own,
middle
but
of
like it'll be
combat
nice if you find it
and
in
at least get some more
world,
precise information, like okay,
pop
it
it
has to be in
mid-fight
this
or
building,
something,
not
or
the
just
other
make
building.
Yeah, so why don't we also look at this, how it actually looks in game?
So you can see here we're using the example of finding one of those in the scout towers. Of course, you
turn the
still
volume
get
on the
your,
stream up a
like,
little
information
bit.
about what the card does as if you
Sure,
look at it.
let's turn it up a tiny bit.
Inspect it for a moment. It's a nice card. Really,
Really
awesome,
cool art
really
as well.
awesome artwork as well. Now, if you use it, now you see like there's like a particle effect that kind of points towards the nearest location of a hunter.
Oh,
It's very
that's
similar to,
neat.
for example,
I like
what you remember for like Rockjaw traces, for example. And then that direction gives you that indication where you should look, and you also see on top of the compass when it's active, you see like the actual marker direction there as well for the nearest enemy.
Oh, you could probably
So you
trick it
can
with
use
Magician
it both,
too.
from the compass side.
Yeah, I
but
wonder if
also,
it'll
as it remains
probably
at a
some
position when you
counterplay.
cast it, like everybody in the team can also just get it at a quick glance. So in this case, we know, okay, there's someone in here, so I'll just move around. You see this move very fast on the compass. That usually is an indication that they're very close by. And there they are, and now they're dead.
So it does
But
it does
we
look
do
like
have
it
another
tracks them
character
for a little
coming,
bit
which you may have
here.
seen on my shirt.
Go back to that
the
later.
Pathfinder.
But
Yeah, it's
that's
talk about
kind
the
of
Pathfinder. So
staying.
this is a second also PvP-focused tarot card, because tracking is all about finding other players. So this one reveals all clues discovered by any hunter on the map. So whenever you decide to play this card, we're gonna highlight on the map all of the clue positions in red that someone has interacted with, be that yourself or someone else. That effect kind of lasts for like 30-ish or so seconds.
This will
and,
be
then
nice
it
to
kinda fades
bring
out on the
in
map
just to
as well, so
see
it's
like kind of where
temporary,
everyone.
and you can always like repeat that just to get
Like
an
imagine
update, but
popping that like a
whenever you
minute or
cast it,
two
then
into the
you get a
match after
snapshot
people have
of,
gotten
like,
there
what are the
first.
clues that have been interacted with by anyone
Clues.
so far, and that helps you to kind of paint a picture on the map. Like, okay, maybe there's no one in the northwest corner, but you know what? We have some neighbors here directly on the right hand side. So it just gives you the chance to see where enemies could be. But of course, you can also game this, right? You can also just choose not to use the first clue. Like just moving ahead, and then you have your neighbors maybe thinking that they're alone, but actually you are still there. So there's a bit of mind games, as is usual for mechanics in our game, like attached to this one,
Sure.
where you can play with this and see what is the right approach for you.
Yeah, and let's take a look at it as well, how it looks in game when you activate it.
And picking this up from the tower. Again, awesome artwork. Definitely gonna get your shirt there, Ben. So
Yeah.
not exactly that shirt, but like that shirt.
Very nice. No, exactly this shirt.
So here, like I've now used the clue using the card. If I now open up the map, I will understand. Okay, well, I see where there's something in red. Someone else has already also been interacting with a clue. So now, if I do this a little bit later in the mission, like maybe after the second clue or so, just to double check again, see like a lot more of those show up, and obviously like the longer you wait, the more clues in general probably will have been interacted with. So it's important for you to find like the right windows, like what is the right moment to use this? Should I wait maybe shortly after the first clue? Should I wait a little bit longer? Should I just do it right in the beginning? It's up to you. Figure out the right strategy for it, but it really depends on
Be an
when you
interesting
use it
one.
and to see what effect you get out of it.
It definitely seems like it'll be
Yeah,
a lot
for
stronger at
those
the start.
chatters
Just
that for all ears
here to
doing
tell
the
just
scout
people
tower
spawn.
section, they may have heard that there's also a trade coming up.
But it looks like
which
you
is
also get their
convenient
clue
called
info
all ears.
too.
Yeah, so the all ears
Like,
trade is
for
really,
example,
really
like,
powerful one, really amazing.
Progression towards
Basically,
boss
what the trade
discovery.
does, it changes what you hear while you're using Darkside. In general, it reduces the Darkside ambient noise. So, like, you know, like if you just go into Darkside normally, there's always a bit of ambient, and sometimes like it's just a drawback of using that power, that you sometimes don't hear what's going on around. Now, what it does, however, is it amplifies enemy hunter audio in the direction of you. So think
Let's
of it
see
as a
how
directional microphone.
how strong the
where
audio
you can,
boost is for
example,
this.
more easily identify footstep sounds and them reloading, or like any pieces that are kind of like relevant for the hunter action. So enemy hunter audio in general in direction of you gets boosted. And you can also find this at the Scout Towers and the Burn Convoy for 2 pledge marks. So a very powerful trade. Still has some drawbacks because obviously you will be in dark.
Or can Beetle or during
so you
Necro?
might miss
Probably
other
during
pieces.
Necro, maybe
It's hyper focused to the
during
front.
Beetle.
But if you use it wisely, it might actually reveal some enemies you might not even know that they're actually coming around the corner.
And we also have a little showcase for this, so let's just listen and watch it at the same
I'll be
time.
quiet
too.
now.
My God.
Oh my god.
You can hear people from so far away.
We got the fucking surveillance van in the highway.
Huh.
As you could see here, it's like a bit
Yeah,
of a
that
sense of
might
the
be
distances
that
behind
might
it
be
as
a
well, but,
little
like,
brokey. Holy
you might
shit.
at least understand, like, if they have moved off the road there into like the bushes and stuff, you might understand, like, are they still moving? Are they coming closer? Is it one set of footsteps? Is it multiple? So like it keeps you a bit of guessing, so you still need to interpret what you hear, but it allows you to kind of like track things. a
Once you
little
can
bit easier.
hear everything
In general,
perfectly.
the rule of thumb is like around like a tripling of the existing audio. So
I'm
you can
nervous for
hear
this
stuff
one, to
roughly
be
3 times
completely
further
honest.
out, compared to what you normally can when it comes to hunter sounds.
And now that we covered our new trait in this update, we also introduced some systematic changes to the trait. So let's
Okay,
talk about the trait
traits
system
changes.
So in general, like we want to make traits and trait drops.
Oh,
and finding traits a little
okay,
bit more
sure.
predictable, but also to kind of change some of the focus around.
I like
them.
that a
So
lot.
the
That's
first
huge.
point here,
Meathead
super
and
important,
brute
is that
farming's gotten
you
like
now have guaranteed
dogs are
trait
up.
drops at brutes and meatheads.
I love hunting
Before they were kind of
meatheads.
50-ish to 80-ish%, and 'cause you didn't always get one. Whenever you down a brute or a meathead now, you always get one trait dropped guaranteed. So you can now go
Or-
hunt them a bit more with focus. However,
Oh,
we now
Oh.
have a change that the trait spurs, they
I
start
like
to
that.
disappear. They fade out after the first use. So over the course of like 90 seconds, after the
Okay,
first time someone
sure.
has interacted with them, they're gone. So now you need to coordinate a lot better. What that means is that if you go and hunt for those, for example, go and hunt meatheads, you will benefit from that one. You're being rewarded for having done the work. But it's not about like anyone else just coming by 20 minutes later and finding them, just getting a free trade. This is going to be super important also when it comes to the wild
It's a huge
targets, where
change
you see a
for
much bigger
wild
reward
targets
now for
too.
going after Rotjaw
If you kill
and, the
Rotjaw or
Hellborn,
Hellborn and get
because if you did
death
all the
cheat,
work,
then pretty much only
you might
our team
benefit from
gets
maybe
death
that
cheat.
death cheat drop, but the other people
That's
may be
really
coming
nice.
later, sitting in the bushes, waiting for you to move on to grab it as well. Well, they might be too late now. Again, it requires some more coordination. So if you find like, I don't know, doctor in the tower, maybe you want to tell your friends a little bit before you pick it, so that they all have a chance to get it if they want to. But in general, there's a bit of a focus piece around this one now, so that we want to
I
reward
wonder how
those
this
who
will
really
work
go
for
for the
sealed
pieces,
spurs,
go for
like
hunting
tower
those
sealed
enemies,
spurs and
go
I
stuff.
find
assume
stuff,
those probably
and
wouldn't.
not just like scavenge everything afterwards. We also have changed it so that the trait spurs are now visible and audible in dark side. So if you're close by to one, you can now detect them a little easier. So just checking dark side once in a while, just like around buildings, etc. Just you might be able to kind of see that something is there. Before you were able to redo this with like the remedy, for example, it's like a general thing now. So you can always see them within, I think, 25-ish or so meters, and you can hear them around like 10 meters or so.
So reduced trait spur spawns, but guaranteed from brutes and meat. So I think overall that's going to be
It
nice.
kind of makes up
in the
for
world,
it.
so you don't find
More
them
than
as
makes-
frequently anymore, because keep in mind, like, you're now gonna get them guaranteed from the bigger monsters. But if you do find them in the world, they usually offer higher value now. So you got like more of those traits that actually might be more meaningful for you, or at least if you don't want them, you can kind of get your upgrade points for those after the mission with a higher amount.
And with that, we covered the active side of tracking your enemies in the game, but there's also passive tracking now. So what is that exactly about?
So passive tracking is basically tracking stuff in our sandbox. There are some elements we've had like forever. Like, for example, someone has been using an ammo box, and then the ammo box is now slightly open. You understand, okay, a player has been at the supply point.
It's
and we
cool, but
want to
this is
do
all kind of
more
stuff that we've
to give you
seen.
just a richer experience, trying to figure out when people have been at locations or not. So in general, it's about opened items, it's broken objects that persist. We have a bit more tracking like abilities that way, because in the details, every time you, for example, interact with an envelope, they're ripped open a little bit, so they kind of change visually, similar to like the open boxes. We also had this now added to the ammo packs, the small ones, so they have like an open state as well if someone has ever used them. If you like destroyed a barrel or interacted with the cages before, like there's like broken pieces, broken debris of their barrels at this position. So this was the explosion we heard earlier. Right? Like, so it gives you a chance to kind of piece information together by just observing the world. For example, there might be like these scorch marks left over by the trade spurs, which are disappearing now. Like, but you at least understand, there was a trade up in that tower.
This is kind of cool.
I see some of the bone dust and some of the magical pieces.
But I feel like largely it won't matter as much, just because it's already easy enough to tell if someone has been.
We also changed the door so that by default every door is like fully closed now.
No AI on a certain part of the compound.
The moment someone interacted with it and even closed it afterwards again, it will just go back to this ajar state. So again, it allows you kind of see a little bit better what's going on in the world. There's some more changes we've been doing. One of them,
it is a pretty minor thing.
Whenever you use a med kit,
like it's nice,
it's the first aid kit in the world.
But I just have to wonder, like, how much is this actually going to change for at least for like more experienced
players? Someone has been healing here, so the whole world should feel a lot richer through these like small little additions here and there. I think we had a few more. Let me just have a look in the section here. Just
for example, vaulting a fence now.
Yeah, exactly. Like so we have some of those fences where you can vault over, and as you vault over on some of them, that kind of chip off a little bit of the wood now, so you can kind of like see that someone has maybe been vaulting over this. So there's a full list in the patch notes of those things, but it's really, really nice to kind of enrich the sandbox by just having more of those reactive pieces in there, which you can, if you know about them, kind of trace players down, track them, and use that for your hand.
Yeah, I mean,
like maybe you could see where people like which direction, but usually with the gray out, like you can kind of make a pretty educated guess on where people are going.
But now that we covered the tracking and scouting part of the update, let's talk about the
like it's cool. Don't get me wrong. Okay, gameplay changes.
Going a bit more into details now.
Please let there be actual meaningful weapon balancing.
This one I'm gonna
compact buffs. Okay.
Oh, huge.
Huge.
Because I want to give you guys exact numbers on this one. So the first point is like compact ammo penetration has been buffed a little bit. So this is a point that you guys brought up a couple of times now since the 2.0 release about like that you feel like that compact ammo got the
compact ammo pop off.
So we boosted it a little bit. It's still obviously important to note that like medium bullets and long bullets are still the ones with a better penetration because they're the more powerful, bigger bullets. However, in general, compact should just be a little bit better now. So if you had that fight across the fence, for example, your bullets should not just get stuck in the fence as easily.
Compact FMJ is probably going to fucking go crazy now.
There should be a bit of a boost.
Assuming that does apply for like compact.
You have a chance to play this yourselves. Give us a feedback if it's enough, if you feel it's fine, especially comparing like FMJ ammunition and the larger calibers if the balance feels alright for this. We also did a pass to have a smoother handling for some of the underused weapons. So we picked up a couple for those, which is the Cyclone, the Mako.
Cyclone? Excuse me? That is not an underused weapon. Bertie is not either.
In detail.
Haymaker, though.
I know you guys want to hear that. So what did we do on the Cyclone? We decreased the damage from 124 to 120. So there's a nerf on the Cyclone.
Okay, nerf Cyclone. I respect that.
Was a bit too used to watch, especially after 2.4 when we did changes to the
long ammo changes,
or the hunters. So overall, like it was just too easy to do tap people with it at shorter distances. So dropping the damage down, we also increased the recoil just slightly from 6 to 7.
Yeah, the Cyclone's pretty impressive, to be honest.
The reserve ammunition from 20 to 16. So this is in terms of countering some of the spam. The Cyclone will be a bit harder to use. It's still powerful, as most of the semi-automatics are if you use them. You can do that with the follow-up shots quite effectively, even like a Bornheim match, etc. As you know, like it can be a powerhouse. So this weapon will still be very good. However, it was a bit too good, so now we just nerfed it just slightly. Now moving on to the Mako. The Mako 1895, we reduced the cycle time from 1.6 to 1.35 seconds. That means overall you can get more shots in faster.
That's significant.
And,
okay.
Consequently, we also reduced the INI cycle time from 1.5 to 1.3 seconds.
Huge.
So you should just feel the weapon a bit smoother as you try to get the next shot off, rather than having
to with that
before you can do
That's kind of what I was asking.
And also we changed the reload speed on that weapon that it takes like 11 instead of 13 seconds now for full reload.
Okay, slight reload.
Everything is just a bit smoother as you kind of load in the next rounds.
I see a bingo coming up.
So mostly on the handling side for the Mako. Then the next thing is the Berthier. And on the Berthier, we have reduced the cycle time from 2.1 seconds to 1.7. So also the weapon can fire it just a little bit faster. Interesting piece is
for the
that
for the Mako and the
the
Bears
stats
getting
actually already
changed?
had it at 1.7.
counting
It's just
that,
the
okay.
actual balance was still the older, slower 2.1 seconds. So again, a minor increase, but just it feels a bit smoother and
Okay,
should help
Berthe
the
buff,
Bluesky
sure.
defender stand
Berthe
out a
was
little bit
already in
from
a
some
good
of
place,
its,
I think, but
cousins like the
sure.
Crack, etc.
I think they're trying to make
Then the
things
next one
more.
is the Romero
We'll talk about this more in a bit.
77 Alamo specifically.
Okay,
And,
Alamo buff.
for this one, we went primarily after the reload to make that one faster. So the reloads went from 8.2 seconds to just 14 seconds. So it should be able to just like get more rounds in faster. That should help set itself a little bit more further apart from its other Romero cousins. And then lastly, we have the Haymaker. And on the Haymaker, we also reduced the reload time for full reload from 21.8 seconds to 18.2 seconds. So just a small
Okay, sure.
speed up, just to make sure you
I
can
like
get
both
your
of
rounds
those,
in
so
just
I'm
a little bit
happy.
faster.
But we also made some changes to the flame rifle, which are
Oh,
more significant. So
okay,
So
that's
in general, we're very
huge.
happy with the flame
I guess
rifle.
that
think
means
you
it's
guys-
coming
you guys,
back then,
really
right,
appreciate the balance,
Crytek?
we struck with it in terms of its power level, so it doesn't become too powerful against PvP, but very meaningful also in the PvE side.
Okay,
So
no,
in
I
general,
like
though,
that.
what we felt is that you just can't do long enough bursts with it. So in general, the barrage
Yeah, the
duration
bursts were
was just a
pretty
bit
short.
short. So we increased the oil capacity inside the weapon just a little bit, so
Ooh.
that you can just keep the fire button pressed just a little bit longer. I think it's going to be roughly about half a second that you can shoot longer. And we kind of offset this a little bit on the PvE side also with the reduced damage, so that like you still melt through a meathead quite quickly, but it just takes a little bit more fuel to do so, a little bit more time. But since you have more fuel overall, it is pretty much still the same result. It just feels a bit nicer. We also made some fixes to the pumping animation, and what it means is that
Fire is scarce,
you
yeah.
can interrupt the reload by just pressing the fire button or the aim button, etc. However, that only worked if you started the reload with the R button. If you started the pumping with the X button, which is also possible, then it wouldn't allow you to interrupt. So that felt a bit
Oh, that's
awkward. We fixed that, so now it's the same regardless of which button you
Yeah,
wanna
we'll
use
check
in
the
order to
flame
get into
rifle
the pumping
box then,
state.
because it.
awesome
Burning.
stuff, Dennis. And that is for the weapon balance side, but we also made a pass on tarot cards.
Chariots. Change
Yeah,
chariots.
so let's have a look at some of the cards. we've
Okay,
changed. So
that's
the sun,
pretty big.
We changed the effect duration.
We're just putting through all of them? Jesus
60
Christ.
to 90 seconds, so you get a lot more time now.
I don't think that was intended.
50% boost
I don't think so.
on its effect duration. We felt that while it was very powerful and very good, it was also very situational.
All that tech
And the
issues,
moment you
fuck
put
it.
that in and then you
Throw some
still
bingos in
didn't
there.
directly charge in or do your thing because maybe your teammate got down right as you opened the door or some other thing happened. It like the effect was basically gone because you couldn't really use it in that time. So we hope that by just adding a little
That's
bit more
good.
time on top, like the 90 seconds instead of 60 seconds, it becomes a bit more reliable to use. On the magician,
Oh shit, tower
now
instantly
the place
kills
decoys
wild.
also
Yeah,
trigger the red clue effects, and you also have the red boss whispers for enemy teams being in proximity. So
Okay, that's
for
kinda
those who
neat.
like to meme around and be in the shadows, like you can use that.
That's
like,
actually
really
kind of
mess with
huge for
people.
solo.
So let's see and hear what you guys think about that one. The world card now grants you 1 clue reward per boss target is covered. What does it mean? I mean, the world kind of reveals all of the clues basically and tells you where is the boss. However, you didn't get anything from it. So if you're running Conduit, for example, you didn't really get any of the stamina benefits
that's-
from this one. So now at least every time you do,
Nice
you
quality
have your
of
boss target
change.
to reveal. At least you
No
get
changes to
one
Chariot
clue
or to
step of
Chariot,
rewards
it
attached to
seems
this
like,
one.
which is
So you
my
can still make a
biggest
decision,
pain
like, do you
point.
just
But
manually get the first one and then play the card, and you have like 2 of those rewards,
another
or like 2 times
page.
the stamina boost.
Doubt it.
But you just got the full. You just don't get the full amount, but at least one step more towards actually getting some reward out of it. So you might not be as angry anymore about your friends kicking in that card right before you wanted to get Conduit started. Then the next one is the tower card, and that just does a bit more increased damage against boss targets now. Just becomes a bit more reliable, just like to quickly finish that boss. And especially the wild targets, you'll see that one having a strong effect because it instantly kills them now. So if you're really unhappy about having to fight some of the wild targets or an enemy rolls up,
Sure.
this one definitely gets the job done quickly. So
Nice for
good to have a
Raja,
tower around.
especially.
Yeah.
So in general, we also have the tarot cards now found at specific points of interest. What I mentioned earlier is that our new Burned Convoy event location, we always have a Empress card and a Chariot card. And in a similar way, many
no,
of the other custom
don't
locations
put a
we have,
guaranteed
you know, the
chariot without
Clockmaker,
changing it. What's
the
wrong with
Destiny
you?
Dial supply point or the postal
Oh,
supply
no.
point. each of those will have now specific cards that can spawn there. The fullest, again, you can get from the patch notes, but it also makes sense now to see, okay, oh, what did the scouting map reveal this time around? Oh, it's a clockmaker wagon. I want to go there because it has the one card I really like. Like, so these type
that's
of tactics now
good.
become something that's more
I like
predictable
that
for you guys.
change.
It's not just fully
Like
random.
guaranteed cherry.
And on the balancing
Suck.
side of things, we still have a bigger pass for monster balance.
Yes, so on the NPC AI side, we also did a pass there. So many
emulators are
monsters a little
now
weaker to poison damage, including the emulator, which was still killable, but it took quite a lot of shots. So the only advantage you really had using poison ammo against the emulator was that it wouldn't burst, but it still was kind of like consuming quite a lot of ammunition. So a bit of balancing there. It's not completely reversing what we changed like a couple years back, where the emulators before that were almost instantly dying. So we still wanted to keep a bit of in there, but it should be overall a bit fairer.
We didn't want to make it so you could just vaporize Hellborn with a fucking poison crossbow, but
through those. Keep in mind though that if you want to kill an emulator, you use a choke cloud. That's what the professionals know. In general, also burning AIs, like if you kill like a grunt with fire, like they actually now cause a bit of burning damage in the surroundings during the death animation. So you just want to be careful where you kill them, because maybe next to the barrel they blow up now. Not just only the ones carrying the torches, but now everything that burns.
Someone's
can
gonna
do a bit
have
of
like a
damage. So
silent
just wanna be
Bornheim
careful
with
around that a little bit more.
incendiary,
It's not
shoot a
too
grunt, and
severe,
it's gonna fall onto
but
a red
it just
barrel and
feels a
blow
bit
them
more
all
better
up.
integrated into the sandbox. And also, we now have a change on the emulators where they cause just some very minor 1 point of charcoaling damage with their regular attacks. So
Slightly
if they
annoying,
burst
but
and on fire, then
sure.
they already do that anyways.
Too bad.
But now this is just the one little charcoaling. You have a bit of sizzling as they hit you. Like they still need quite a lot of hits before you even would start burning, but still, it's something to keep in mind out. And the way to get rid of that, obviously, is like if they're in a wet state, then they're soaked and they wouldn't be able to do this. We also added a lot of new ambient idle break animations to some of the monsters, so they feel a bit more alive. So things like monsters kind of like sniffing, digging a little bit, like gnawing at their arms and stuff like that. So there's a new rich set of like
see less
things that
like
you will
grunts
see our
around,
monsters do
standing
as
up,
they're
like
just idling
just
around.
levitating up as
So,
soon as you
yeah,
get close
also
to them.
something for you guys to explore a little bit more in detail what it all includes.
Okay, that'll be.
Awesome. I can't wait to see those animations as well.
There are some
but
nice like
we have
immersion
some
things.
other bigger changes in the update as well, other than the balancing changes. So let's start off with some updates to our player profile customization, which we introduced in the last patch.
Yeah, so player profile updates includes
I've never once
like
looked
new
at
weapons and ammo badges. So I think I have a list here as well. Quickly, I want to talk to you about. So it's
Progression
mostly
badges,
about
okay.
getting you, for example, all the different ammo types as their own little badge. So if you really want to focus on, I don't know, incendiary ammunition or high velocity,
is this like
or penny shot, or you can do that now.
all
You
we're
can kinda
getting
put
for
it on your
like
badge, show the progress
weapon,
you've
tool, and
made.
consumable
For those,
changes?
you also have some of the scarce weapons now in there. So like you get your wildland, your homestead, the flame
UI
rifle,
improvements?
the
I wouldn't
shredder
say this is
that you can
necessarily
also,
UI
like,
improvement.
can show your mastery with.
A bit of
And
a
on top of
stretch.
that, we also have some of the variants that we didn't cover before. I think notably like the bayonets,
More of an
riposts, and
addition,
claws,
if
the
anything.
maces and traumas, as well as the
Not even a
apertures and the
UI.
precision versions. They are all their own little categories now. So if you really feel strong about any of those, you can now make them part of your player profile and show your progress on those. In general, it's a system that we're still growing, so bear with us as we still don't have all of the hunters with their respective avatars. I know that for some of you guys that can be very painful because obviously you want to show the hunter you really like, but rest assured we add more and more and more of those as we go. It's just a system that will grow over time, and obviously then becomes maybe a bit more relevant once your favorite hunter is also in there.
And of course, we have been focusing on player onboarding in the recent patches as well. And we do have some changes in this one as well for new players.
Yeah, so if you're a new player starting
Oh,
hunt for the first time and
interesting.
going through the tutorial, afterwards you are in the trainee mode. And this is like the specific phase where your hunters not yet die permanently. Everything is a bit more forgiving, and during that time, as you also fight against some of the hunter bots, for example, we make sure we introduce monsters now a bit more gradually. So you won't find like a concertina armored right in the first mission. It's just a bit of grunts, and then we step by step as you go for more and more matches, we're gonna introduce them like new enemies in there.
It's kind of cool.
What makes sense to not
It's kinda
overwhelm
neat.
new players and just give them a chance to take
Well, I
all
think
that
it'll
other
help
stuff in,
new
because
player
they
retention.
usually are still always like trying to figure out where am I.
It's just
what's
hard
this
'cause,
map,
like,
where do I have to go? and if they're getting attacked by
Rank
some
1 through
monsters, it's not
10,
requires some
especially
very
against
special ways
bots,
to
that's
play,
probably
and
only
it
like
can
your
be very
first like
frustrating. So
hour
just
or
wanna make
two
sure
of the
this is an
game.
easier onboarding
Yeah,
experience
but
for
in that
everybody.
first hour or two,
And in addition to
it
that,
gives you
we
time to
also went to
tackle
the
each of the different enemy types at your own pace.
hunter bots,
So-
which now, if you go to the next one,
Because you got to
which
remember, a
now
lot of
scale
people who
difficulty a little
like
bit
get
as
into
well
this
per
game
level.
get
So
shit on
initially, like,
immediately,
they will
not just
be
by people, but
very
by AI
forgiving,
a lot
and then
too.
as you encounter them through like a couple matches during your onboarding phase, they become a bit more of a threat along the way. So again, easing the player into the PvP aspect as well, so that it doesn't become like from too easy to then fighting your first player hunters too hard, I think is very important.
Yeah, just to highlight it again, this is only available
Sure.
until rank 11 in the training mode where new players are. And let's talk about something that may be very helpful for new players, but it's also something the community has been asking for since we introduced the shooting range.
Oh, please tell me it's
now we
moving
are having
targets.
Some very cool changes.
Yeah, this
Love
one is
of
super
God, be
exciting
moving
as well.
targets.
We now have basic hunter
would
bots
love
on
moving
the
Okay,
range, so they're gonna walk up and
huge.
down, and you can use them for target
Amazing
practice.
change.
So
Holy
this is something
shit.
that many of you guys have been asking for a long time,
Finally.
to kind of train and practice leading targets, leading shots. So we use the hunter bots, but obviously they will not fight back.
You don't need me to run in
you can
circles
activate
anymore?
those at
Damn.
specific points in the shooting range, and then start moving around, and they will display the damage numbers above, etc. They will not actually fall down and die, but you actually understand how much
Uninteractive
damage you did,
and
you can use that
immortal.
for continuous firing. But yeah,
Huge
it's
change,
a very
though.
nice way of practicing.
Couple years too late,
moving
but
targets,
you
and
know,
just get a
we'll
feel
take
for that.
it.
And we do have a video to showcase this as well in action, so let's look at the new shooting range changes.
As you can see here, there's like an interaction
All
point
enemy
now. There's
hunters.
multiple of those across the map, across the shooting range, and then once you activate that, you see these guys running, doing their thing, doing their target practice, and yeah, you can bring them down, learn from that, try things out, try different weapons.
Okay.
And,
Oh, this
go
is
through it.
good. I like this a lot. They look like
And
big
you can also map the
men.
distance. Like, this is one of the most important things to train, like people walking across water at slower speeds than normal. I usually miss those leading shots because I always lead too much. Yeah, you can really show
Yeah,
off
this'll
there as
be-
well.
this'll
Of
be
course,
really
you can do
nice.
this together with your friends in the shooting range. You can go there together from the same lobby and try things out there.
I like this a lot. Be really nice for warming up.
So, like, this shows you like the different direction points. So some of them on the roof or in the specific angles there. So
Yeah,
and you can
good.
obviously
Good
just like, shut
change.
them off as well. So for example, if you just want to play mess around with your friends a little bit to do some happy death matching, you can do that without them, of course.
And this is not.
Yeah, it's
the
been
only
years,
feature which has
Blush,
been
but it's
requested
finally
by the
here.
community a lot, and the next one is a big one. So let's talk about the brand new invite system that's coming in this update.
Yeah, so this is something that I'm so happy we finally have a chance to roll out. We're introducing now a
Okay.
new lobby code
Oh, shit,
invite
cross-
system. And this is a system that allows you to generate a code and then give that over to your friend
Okay,
so they can
sure.
end up in the same lobby with you. Now, this only works on the PC realm. So if you're a Steam player, you can now have your Windows PC Windows Game Store players like form a party with you. And then it also
Sure.
works between the consoles, but there's no crossplay between PC and consoles.
So no
course.
crossplay.
What it prevents, or actually what it makes better now, not prevents, is that where before you had to be really, really lucky to match with your friends. For example, if you were on Xbox and they were on PlayStation, if you wanted to play together, you had to use the random matchmaking and be very, very lucky to kind of find each other. This has changed now. You can just pass on
Okay,
the code. And you can
good-
play
good
together,
change.
and
I
this is,
probably
like,
won't get
gonna
much out of
making it
this,
so
but
much
good
nicer
change.
for you to kind of play with friends. And
That's
yeah,
huge
and
for
same on the
that's
PC
that's
side
huge for
where
console
if you
players
have,
too.
PC Game Store players, they can
I
just
don't know
play
a
with
single
you if you're
person
on
who plays
Steam
the Windows Game
and
Store
vice versa.
version.
So
Either.
I think a huge quality of life
Didn't even know it was
improvement.
on
Really, really
there.
happy that we had a chance to finally roll this out. And if you do these type of invites,
Nice.
they're also
Finally.
persistent. So like in a similar way as if you were to invite your friends normally, like you stay together after the round, so you don't have to paste these codes over and over and over again.
Count as
No,
UI
this is
And
not
you can
improvement.
send multiple of those
This is
invites
really
via the
UI.
code, and then it's a first come first serve. So it
This
might
is
even be
UX,
interesting maybe for some of the
unfortunately.
content creators out there if you want to play with community, etc. You can do that now by just passing on the code and then just like see who joins first for some community day stuff. So I think it's a really, really cool
Yeah,
potential
that could
behind
be-
that one. And obviously you can always reset the code, generate a new
This
one,
would make
etc.,
my
and then
random games a
have
lot
some
better.
control about this.
Yeah, since I already see some confusion
actually
in
have
the
to
chat,
stream
just
Hunt
to
again.
reinforce, the invites are currently between the PC Steam and PC Windows version, or Xbox and PlayStation. So
Yeah, you cannot
Not
cross-play
crossplay.
across these platforms. You stay either within consoles or within PC.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
we
no,
do
this
have
is
a
nice.
video
I
to
like this
showcase how this
Yeah,
actually works in
let's look
action.
at-
So let's look at that too.
I still think console players should be able to play with PC.
As you
It's
can
just
see here, like
PC-centric
now
lobbies.
you open up the side menu and you can set your party to like, oh, look, trios. Open up the side menu and then you see all the control you have there about like generating.
How the
these
fuck does
codes.
this
There's a
guy
hidden by
have
default, so,
more
like,
blood
again, for new
bonds than
players,
hunt
like, you don't
dollars?
necessarily give away your codes all the time. Gives you a chance to kind of switch scenes, etc. Pass them on, and then
Okay,
like,
that's nice. I
the other
like that a
player
lot.
Can just use the same sidebar.
Might look
and
into
enter their
doing
code,
some
and
like
if they
some
match,
community
they go
days.
into
That could
exactly
be
that game.
kind of fun.
So I think it gives you a lot of control to play with friends now, which we didn't have before. So I'm really happy that this
gonna make
is
Patreon
is the right
nights
step in the
easier,
right
that's for
direction
sure.
of just improving
We
like,
must-
social interactions.
Friends list.
Just to note
So
about the icons as well, that players on console, when you invite, let's say you're playing on Xbox and you invite the PlayStation player, you won't be seeing a PlayStation logo, but like a more generic icon.
It's like a monitor app. And I think it's the same already on live right now. So I think most console players are probably aware, just like to call it
yeah,
out.
this is nice.
Yeah, like that doesn't mean you're playing with a PC player. It just means you're playing with the other console.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
really
like that a
excited
lot.
for
Good
this.
change.
I saw chat was like, "Wow, no way, yo!" So
That's it's a big one for me as well. I'm super happy we finally had a chance. To put
Honestly,
this
being
out.
able to also
I've been
send
working on this for
multiple
quite some time
invites,
now, yeah, like give us your feedback on
So
this one.
nice.
When
Not
At the
it's
same
out,
time.
what
One
you
of your
think, and yeah,
buddies
maybe
to
Yeah.
reach out to those friends
So
on other
nice.
platforms and maybe invite them for some games.
that's been like one of
yeah,
my biggest pet
finally you
peeves with
can
the game
actually
for
play
a
together and
long
not just with
time.
Random matchmaking on consoles. But on the UI side, we also have some other cool.
Hey,
improvements
UI
made.
improvements.
So let's
Okay, here we
check
go.
Yeah, its first thing is the equipment skin pagination. So like it's a quality of life improvement that many of you have been longing for quite some time. So we're super happy about bringing that now
How the page is
into the
formatted,
new UI as well.
essentially.
And I think it's better to show than
Yeah,
to tell.
let's
So
take
let's
a
just
look
have a
at
look what it actually means.
Hey,
Hey,
that
So as
was
you can
if
see now,
tech
you have,
issues
like,
wasn't
now
on there
the
before.
chance
That's
just,
tech
like,
issues.
In your
Okay.
inventory as
I
you,
like
as you
that too.
browse through
That's
your
really
weapons,
nice.
hunters, just like select the skills
Less
you want, what
pop-ups.
cosmetic
That's
skins they
really
have, you
nice.
see how many there are.
All
and
right.
you can quickly
Okay.
cycle through them.
Good
So just
change. Good
bringing back a
change.
quality of life approach, which many of you guys really missed from before. So super happy about getting it back in, and should make it a lot easier.
I
just
hope
like
they aren't
find the right
removing
skins
the
for
other one
hunters and equip
completely.
your hunters properly.
No, probably not.
Really
Nice
cool.
though. I like
but
that.
we also did another bigger change.
Your
which,
screen,
is the
okay.
redesign of the hunter screen.
Yeah, so like the hunter screen has been redesigned. If you remember in the past, we had
wow.
like both a roaster screen where you could select the different hunters, then we had like another hunter
Roaster.
screen, which was
The
about the
roaster.
selected hunter. And now we have like a hunter screen that has a cleaner layout. The grid is better aligned on the left side. It's easier navigation. You also have the empty
Okay,
slots are
sure.
now clearly visible as empty slots.
Gonna
So
show
just
us
a
this?
visual update just like clears up the whole thing, makes it much easier to use.
I'm sure they will after they
I'm-
explain.
yeah.
Like it removes the need to rely on the slot counter to understand what's going on there. And in general, you can also do the recruitment directly from that one screen. So again, this is like one image here. Just to show
Okay,
you
I like that.
before we
That's
dive
nice.
closer. So you see all your hunters on the left side, your active roaster. On the right side, you have the paper doll, like all the inventory pieces around
Roaster.
it, and their weapons, equipments,
Yeah,
and trades.
good change.
And you can do all the
UI is
modifications
getting
right
better
from
every
there,
single
Just
update.
makes the whole thing a lot easier to use and
Dare I
access
say
and,
better than
get,
before?
like the next hunter stood up right after the
Oh
mission,
no,
the
this is
last one.
even the current
Really
UI
happy
is
to
better
see
than it
chat
was before.
really
The
very happy about this.
Yeah.
the pre 2.0
Awesome.
We like making like
UI
we
Yeah.
like making
was
the chat
functional, but it was pretty
Very
dog
much
shit.
so.
It was definitely
Very much
designed for
so.
a game that had a lot less content.
And they will be very happy when
This
we
is
talk
just a
about
lot
the
better,
new
a lot more
monster coming
modernized. I
up
like
in a
it.
bit, but before that, let's talk about some of the bug fixes.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
update.
some
Fixes,
highlights we have in
okay.
there as well. So just some of the general bug fixes. Like one of the focus
Sure.
points for us was with this update. to
Majority
kinda
on
bring
PlayStation.
back the
Sorry,
crashes a lot.
PlayStation.
And with that, we also focus a lot on the PlayStation crash rates, which was just a bit higher than on the other platforms. So like that's one of the things we really had like some really good traction on. We also
Okay.
fixed several locations across the maps where people could get stuck permanently, which is always super frustrating. Obviously, as
That
you
one
lose
spot
your
on
hunter then.
Mammons.
We also fixed an issue
the
where the tower
trees in
cards
between the
did not
rock.
work against the Ballweaver X. Like so sometimes you used the card, but X were still everywhere. So like this type of stuff. And then we also fixed an issue where the game.
think next
converted to
update they
bounty
add in
hunters.
Smart
Oh,
Crasher.
this is so
Who really like
nice.
playing Bounty Clash or sorts of
Oh
just
yeah,
coming out of the successful
Nice.
round, well, not so successful round, you always had to kind of reset back to the right state. So this saves it now
Okay,
correctly.
that's nice.
And it stays within the game mode.
good bug
Let's
fix.
also
Good
highlight
bug
some
fix.
gameplay
I hated
related
that
bug
bug
fixes
so
too.
much.
Yeah, like some more fixes more on the gameplay side. We fixed an issue where the poison
I've seen
clouds
that
could
happen
still
before.
kind of kill you on a revive, even if you had an antidote shot. So this was was like a problem we've been dragging around for quite some
Hinge.
time now. Super frustrating because you should be safe and just be able to stand up. But because
I
you
never
got the
experienced this
damage
one,
first
but I
before
definitely
checked,
have like seen
whether you
clips and
should
like
even get
heard
the
of
damage,
people dying
like it
with an
resulted in this
antidote shot
frustrating moment.
still.
So very happy to kind of have that
That's
one
a
out
good
of the,
change.
basically out of
fix.
the way and finally fixed. We also fixed an issue where the water devils could spawn in
Okay,
the
that's
area,
funny.
which was obviously
I just got
frustrating
mobbed.
because
She's
you
got
have to be in
ads.
the
Oh
water in order to
no.
draw water out, and if the devils are there at the same time, it's just very frustrating. Usually just give up. So that's fixed. We also
Okay,
had
good change.
a look at the assassin that could get stuck and kind of bug
Oh,
out
that's a shame.
Yeah.
in a corner while in swarm mode. So overall, it should be a bit more responsive, and you see like the bosses fail a little bit
miss it.
less. And then lastly, we
Oh,
also
that's
ensure that
probably
the traps
why.
are now are no longer counting towards the furthest kill distance stat on your player profile cards. So all of you who gamed this successfully over the last months, kudos to you.
How do we get an
That
insect
time is
pun
over
before a
now.
fire pun? I was just thinking
And
about
of course,
that.
there's going to
Yeah.
be many more bug fixes in the patch notes for you guys to look at.
All right. Good changes. Good fixes.
Yeah, and now that we put out a lot of fires, let's talk about something that's
Okay,
we
never
also
mind. Fire
started
pun
couple of
right
fires,
there.
so it's really good. Let's talk about
Thanks,
the
Betsy.
fire breather,
Appreciate
a new
it.
monster. So the fire breather is
Alright, fire breather.
he's found
Well,
kind of like
that's a bingo.
around the grunts.
Twitch
It's not
drops are
really a
coming.
grunt. It's not really an emulator.
Yeah, we just need
somewhere
Twitch
in
drops. That's
between that.
or a lore
So
page
let's talk a little bit
re-added.
more about what that means.
What's
So in
not
general,
happening?
like it's a ranged enemy.
Or a
Like
new
use fire
tool
from
consumable,
distance. There's this
maybe.
long range fire breathe attack. Like, obviously, there's some
Could be one
anticipation
bingo.
before he does, so he's gonna stand still, etc. But like, you don't want to be in the way when that happens. Also, like he is kind of vulnerable in a similar way as the emulator is. So you want to be careful with like slashing and piercing and any sorts of like stabbing around this guy, because if you do so, then he
Punch
will
it in the
erupt some
face,
flames.
beat the
He's
brakes
not
off
gonna
it with
blow
the
up
with
exactly
dusters,
like
or
the emulator
shoot it
does,
with
so it's
penny
not
shot
gonna be as
derringer.
severe. But
Understood.
still, you don't want that to happen ideally, so you want to be extra careful around him when you dispatch him, because he might also just like give you that last fiery breath as you kill him, depending if you hit him, for example, in the upper torso or in the head.
So why don't we take a look at it in the game, how it actually looks?
Yeah, it's really cool. So like
Looks
as you can see
cool.
already, like he's very more of a humanoid person. It's not completely just embers and brimstone. Yeah, the distance.
Got
you
some
wanna be
range
extra
to
careful.
him.
That flamethrower is just brutal. That he's spewing out those
Just
flames.
standing.
He's
in
going to
it,
be
respect.
affected by the water bottle in a similar way. They can kind of dice
Kill him
from
with
it.
a water bottle.
However, in the wet state, so when you, for example, choke him or he's wet, like he would just temporarily.
One
only be
throwing
able to
axe
not
doesn't
use his
kill it,
ranged attack,
okay.
so you want to make sure you can use.
Or no,
that
it
against
does.
him. So you see, like throwing the choke bomb there. He kind of goes off and out for a short moment, but the moment he's out, he actually starts again. So you want to really carefully use those moments. It takes a bit longer for him to regain that ability, the range attack, if you use the wet state. Now, in general, as you can
That's
see
his
here,
death
depending
enemy,
on where you step
okay?
and attack him, like he kind of like has this final breath burst to the top. Not only does it obviously reveal your position quite a bit because it's very visible, but also like there's fire around it, etc. So you just want to ideally
It's
back
cool.
away after
I
you
fuck with
stab
it.
him. You can always save like the bars if you're careful, even a 25er. Just be careful around this guy. Maybe just prefer to take him out with a ranged attack. Or
It was
with a
probably
blunt
not. It
attack.
looked like a single throwing
I
axe
still
would
cannot
kill
wait
it.
to
So
see the clips of
throwing
players
axe,
facing
penny
it
shot
for the first time,
derringer,
because
probably
it's always
poison
fun
ammo
when we have a new monster
I was
out
gonna
there.
say,
Right,
he might
he's
even be
cool, he's
susceptible
brutal,
to poison
but, like,
clouds.
What I really appreciate him the most is like that he can kind of hide amongst the grunts a little bit, and it makes him very sinister because you don't necessarily expect him there, and all of a sudden he turns around, he goes like, "Arr!" You go like, "Oh, there, move away now." So really interesting
Okay,
how he
seems
breaks
cool.
up some of the
Excited to
patterns and
see.
behaviors.
I'm excited to.
Now that we
see
talked
me-
about the new monster as well, which I know a lot of people have been waiting for, we do have some other updates for the community, starting with the Fair Play Task Force. A little update on that.
Yeah, so in general, our Fair Play Task Force, this is basically where we talk about like
That's
cheating bans, just
nothing.
making sure that you guys have
Yeah.
a fair and good experience playing the game. So over the last 10 months, we
that
had
is
10,569,
month.
if I can read this correctly on the prompter, permanent bans issued for cheating. We also
Three
had
thou- 358, is that
additional
over
bans for
10
in-game
months?
violations such as harassment,
Yep.
bug abuse,
Oh
and
my
teaming.
god, that's nothing. That's
These
really
in-game
nothing.
reports, especially, they're super important and key for us because they're an investigation tool we can use to kind of like add context. So it's super important that you guys give us detailed reports to help us out with and fill in as much detail as you can with these reports. We look at them. They are very, very important for us, especially if when we do like manual looking at certain reports. So please continue doing so. Like, it really helps us to act fast and keep the game fair for everyone.
Yeah, and we will have a blog coming up in the coming weeks about this topic, so you can see it in a bit more detail. But the Fair Play Task Force is working hard, and of course, cheating is a very important issue for us. So we are happy to share some data with you this time.
Expect more transparency moving forward.
Definitely. And one very fun thing happening with the 2.7 is the partner preview event.
Oh yeah. So we will have like a partner preview on 2 days, actually, on March 13th as well as March 14th. So that's
going to be, I assume, partners get early access.
Respectively at 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central European time. And what it means is that like hunt partners and content creators, they can stream update 2.7 for the first time live, kind of preview this.
Cool, I like that.
Kind of see what's actually in there and talk about
previously
it.
They have had
what they like, what they prefer, and
they have had
so yeah, go and watch your favorite
early access to builds of it, but I don't think they've been able to actually play the game properly.
And
I think they were under NDA until like the actual event release.
Announcements there.
That's cool.
Yeah, and of course you can check out our website at huntshowdown.com/partners, so you can see our partners. And with that, we came to the end of the update discussion and the event as well.
Yeah.
So let's dive into a Q&A segment. So chat, please ask your
questions.
And
I will this here. Q&A doesn't usually have. They usually just reiterate on certain things. So I'm just it's here, but
if I can interrupt.
Yeah, what's up?
Everybody give a quick praise Fifield. They've commented on her YouTube videos before. Maybe they'll give her server access. Maybe. Maybe praise Fifield.
In the next 2 days, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm also gonna call the prediction here. No bingo, unfortunately. Probably because they spent the first like half of this dev stream just showing us every single thing that's in the battle pass, which is cool. They're cooking with these skins. I quite like them. No pun intended, because a lot of them are chef themed. But this update, like, I don't know. Let me call the prediction here. Whoever, shout out to the haters.
I always win.
Oh. Your money. I'm sorry. You did that to yourself, though. You gambled.
How much did I make?
Bornheim mentioned while discussing the Mako. Bornheim mentioned by Ari in response to AI fire damage, just saying. So if I say it, that doesn't count. Was it mentioned? Even if it was, it wouldn't make a bingo if we were to move. I'll mark it off, sure.
Just want to say the game was rigged from the start. I'm sitting at 23.2K.
Even if we were to move it, though, it would only be 3 in a row here. I'm not going to move it like on top of this one. It would just be an extra add-on to these here. That's what I said. So it was mentioned, allegedly. I'll mark it off. But anyways, just going to skip back a little bit. I want to look at they really spent... They spent a good 50 minutes just talking about Battle Pass stuff and rewards. Ooh.
That was rough.
That was rough. I would appreciate it more if how they did it past, where they would like obviously some stuff, you know, the 8th anniversary, the art contest, that's awesome stuff to mention at the start. Battle Pass stuff, though, just do it at the end, please. Starting off with that and just showing all the stuff that you want to spend money on feels very like I don't love it.
This entire stream felt like there is a very different marketing team than there was previously, and this was very choreographed, especially based on the fact that they had teleprompters, new set, very different approach to the stream. It felt like, unfortunately, someone with more investor-based interests has taken the reins a little bit. Also, good night, Perry.
I don't know. It could have also just been them thing. I don't know. It's hard because a lot of the there were some very good changes. Some of this some of the new So a lot of it was blog posts. And a lot of it, I don't know how much it's actually going how much it's actually going to affect game. Like, it's nice, don't get me wrong. The things be invisible on the maps until you reveal them, kind of neat. Again, I like it because it means that extract camping will be a lot harder. However, it does kind of fuck with like a good player being able to position themselves, because oftentimes what you will do, especially if there's an extract that you can see that it's here, it isn't the boss layer, you don't have the token. If you're assaulting the boss layer, like, you kind of want to position yourself in a way where they can't just do it. You want to put yourself between bounty team and extraction. That'll be a lot harder to do. I don't know. I will see how it plays. If it just reveals all the extraction stuff once something has been, that's different. I think we'll have to kind of wait and see how it.
Your audio is cutting out real bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. TLDR, we'll wait and see how it plays. Some good, some bad. The scout towers, sure. New POI, I guess. The whole thing with like tracking, so that the passive tracking, I don't know. I don't think this is really gonna do much, to be honest. I don't know like what they're realistically gonna do.
Kind of seems like it's one of those things where you either play it and it'll feel right, or you won't even notice its effect.
I don't think most people are gonna notice. Like, it'll be nice for immersion stuff, absolutely. Going by and seeing like a bunch of dead bodies in a compound and like, you know, broken barrels and scorch marks and all sorts of stuff. Like, it'll look more lived in, absolutely.
But it's literally just white man been here. How can you tell? Door not fully shut. Like, what info does that give you
Well,
realistically?
it's not so much that, it's that like you can usually, like, a good player will be able to tell if someone has been there or not based off of, again, cues, based off of like burnt dog cages, and a compound being generally clear of AI, stuff like that. And an inexperienced player will not be able to tell those things because they're just not going to be looking for them. And I don't think that these are obvious enough to, like, you know, tell people, oh yeah, there's someone here. And maybe at best it gives you the direction of where they went after they left the compound on their way out. But even then, it's like, you can typically have a pretty good guess of where people were going to go based off of the map grid.
It's also not, you got to remember, it's also not balanced with players like you in mind. It's more balanced for people who are relatively casual. Like, this seems like a change that is very much for people who don't have a ton of time to invest into the game. They're not super great at it, but they are
Well,
good enough to hold their own, right? They're more likely to notice things like a door being slightly ajar or a rip on a rip on an envelope.
I don't think I don't think that they will. I think the more casual player base doesn't care as much about that kind of stuff. Maybe the people who take it very slow and play stealthily, sure. But I think that's a pretty small percentage of the population. And again, I don't think that the more casual players are going to be able to do anything with that, or at least anything meaningful. So I don't know. Another thing that I want to back to here, the all ears trait. I'm scared for this. This is gonna be terrifying. Like, we'll go to the actual. I'll turn the audio back on.
I can already see coordinated trios fucking triangulating people with this.
Yeah.
This is a scary
Like,
one. Also, why is he hitting that pose in the top right this whole time?
but this is probably a good like 7,500 meters. Not 100 meters, but you can. Point is, you could very easily hear someone from across a compound. Granted, you have to look in that direction, but yeah, what's if you can hear people through walls and stuff, like what's stopping you from just like taking a second? And even if someone is crouch walking and trying to be stealthy, like you can still hear them. I don't know. I'm nervous for this one. I'm nervous that people are gonna use it like just to abuse it with like wall banging and whatnot. So
It's gonna be especially bad in places like the mines on Mammons, where like I find the mines a lot of the time. There's so many ways that you can push in there that you can rotate, and like there's a lot of cover, a lot of tight corners that you wouldn't necessarily be able to cover all the time. But being able to have that and just track people going around bends all the way down at the other end of the mine is going to be really brutal.
I still think the scariest thing is gonna be someone like long ammo.
Just popping you through a wall.
I think that's gonna be the biggest thing here. This is gonna be scary, and it's gonna make like keeping people guessing as to where thing a lot harder. I don't know. Um, we'll wait and see. Another thing I'm not crazy about too is guaranteed tarot spawns is cool. Guaranteed chariot's gonna suck though. Like I don't see I don't see I don't see a world where chariot in its current state being more popular is like I don't think that's gonna be fun at all. Um like these changes are good. I like them. They're nice quality of life changes that buff some of the lesser used ones. But like Chariot was probably the one trait or one tarot card like I was pretty strongly saying like I think this needs to get changed because it's just fucking annoying. It's annoying that it's a global effect that people can trigger whenever, and with recovery shots in the game there is very little, or with recovery shots and also being just real at the for a pledge mark with head kit. There's very little like risk to actually using it, so it's just kind of fucking annoying.
Did they mention if using a chariot reveals the extracts? Because if
It
that's the
does.
case,
It does. For
then I
you.
mean I think you'll see a lot more early chariots at the very least.
I think it only reveals it, or maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Either way, the point is like this shit's just having a higher presence of. It's gonna be in. When you fought through a bunch of people and you thought that you lobby, and then all of a sudden you're extraction and someone said nope, one more fight actually. Like it just wastes your time. It's annoying. It encourages a more passive play style because there's probably no one chasing them if they're making their way to extraction at least. Like it's I don't know. It's just annoying. I fucking hate it and I'm surprised that they didn't change it at all because I think that was like the biggest pain point with the tarot. As for the weapon balances, like I kind of wanted to see more. I kind of really wanted to see more. Compact ammo penetration buff, nice, but that's kind of more quality of life. Smoother handling for underused weapons. I think they kind of glossed over this. I don't know.
Yeah, they didn't explain much or anything about it, to be honest.
No. Cyclone nerf, sure. Mako buff will be nice. Barricade buff, I don't think really needed to happen. To be completely honest, the Barricade was in a really good spot already. Romero Alamo buff, sure. I guess. And Haymaker reload speed increase is kind of a nothing burger, but like I guess that's fine.
I think the Haymaker one's going to be pretty meaningful. As someone who does really enjoy the Haymaker, it's kind of a pain in the ass and not really worth reloading if you're in a fight.
I
Like
mean,
as it is right now, it's kind of just not worth it.
but the thing is though, it's the difference between 21 seconds and 18 seconds. That's still a long reload. That is still an
Yeah.
incredibly long reload, so I don't think it's really gonna do much.
But you're accounting for the full reload. It's the difference between, say, getting one extra shot in versus getting 2 to 3 extra shots in and then canceling the reload.
Yeah, like I think for partial reloads it'll be nice. But I don't know. It doesn't feel like that meaningful of a buff. Um, As for the Mako and Berthier buffs, the Berthier buff especially, I don't feel like needed to happen. I think the Berthier has enough going for it that like, and it is kind of already like a cult classic gun. To me, it just feels like they're buffing these guns because they don't want to nerf the Mosin at all. And I think the Mosin, because of how dominant it is, could do with a nerf to bring it more in line with everything else because it's got like pretty good fire rate. It's got the fastest reload. It's got a speed loader. It's like it's kind of just the best all around rifle in the game right now. And I don't think that they want to ever touch it because if they do, then people are going to throw a fucking hissy fit like they did with the uppercut because the people who run Mosins and the people who run uppercuts are a bunch of fucking crybabies who can't handle their meta weapon being touched and they perform.
I do wonder if the Haymaker reload is including the shell or not, like full empty, including shell.
I don't think it is considering they only mentioned the pistol reload, these reload time. So
Okay.
I don't know. I'm gonna assume that's what it is. Maybe if they did buff the reload speed for actually reloading the shotgun shell, then that's a lot bigger of a buff than they let on. But yeah, personally I think that long ammo weapons kind of need to be toned down a little bit, specifically the Mosin, because the Mosin kind of just dominates all the other bolt action long ammo rifles right now. And well, again, buffs to the Mako and the Berthier are nice here. I think that just by making the Mosin a bit clunkier to use, making it less of this just overall amazing, like 10 out of 10 weapon, I think you would see the pick rates of other weapons go up in its stead, you know? Um, I don't know. Largely, I was really hoping for more weapon balancing changes. Like these are nice. I'll definitely give the Mako a try. Maybe the Berthier. I'll probably play some more Haymaker. We'll see what the smoothness is for these underused weapons. That'll probably be depending on what they even are. Again, they kind of just glossed over them, so I don't know.
These changes do definitely feel like they're more skirting around adjusting some of the things that the core audience tends to take more often than not. Just because if you did do that, it would cause a huge, huge shitstorm of the community.
Well, I don't think that they want to upset their core player base, and the most hardcore of the players are typically people who are playing these more meta things, these like
Yeah.
beloved Mosins and uppercuts. Like I think that them nerfing the uppercut as much as they did and the community crying as much as they did about it, because again, the uppercut was not this one size fits all amazing god pistol, which is just unhealthy for game balance.
I do think it kind of scared the balance team a little bit in that regard.
Well, I think so because people threatened to quit over it. Because again, people are fucking babies. So I don't know. We had the Crag, but everyone complained about it. To be fair, I think the Crag, at least the silent Crag, was a lot more oppressive. Just by nature of it being silenced. Like I think that nerf was absolutely fine, but I don't know. Like it's not so much that the Mosin is like an egregious weapon. It's not annoying in the sense that like something like an Avtomat or a Nitro is. It's just kind of annoying in the sense that it's statistically just kind of the best option. And because of that, there isn't that many reasons to use something else, you know? Which is why I think it needs to be brought a little further in line there. Specifically the reload. Nerfing the reload, making it a little bit more fiddly. You can't just shoot and then like basically instantly pop another bullet back in, I think would be good. I don't know.
I might be reaching a bit by saying this, but at least in my opinion, I feel like in a Crag v Crag, winning with a silence Crag feels great. Losing to a silence Crag, no matter what the situation is, feels really shitty. Like a lot of the time, you can take a loss on the chin, you can take a death on the chin. It doesn't feel horrendous. Like if someone gets a nice Springfield shot or like a nice silent or what's the word I'm looking for? a silenced Federally shot. It's like, okay, no, that's nice. But with the Crag, it always just felt wrong, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of okay that it got nerfed to shit.
The Silent Crag was just oppressive because it was dealing 126 damage, silent, and you could stack a ton of ammo with it. Like it was just like sure statistically it wasn't as great as some of the other weapons, but the silencer really just made it a fight because you couldn't tell where people were shooting. Nerf was justified there. Like honestly, I think that my biggest complaint with this weapon balancing overall is it kind of just feels more like quality of life updates instead of anything actually meaningful. And I feel like we have had so little meaningful balance over the last like year now. That the meta's just kind of grown stale. Like again, I think we'll probably see the Mako get used a bit more because it'll feel nicer to use. Again, we'll have to see what happens here. But at the end of the day, once people have experimented with these kind of things, I don't think that it's not gonna massively impact anything. Meta is going to stay as it currently is. And to be fair, this is like probably the most balanced that we've seen Hunt in a long time. However, that doesn't mean that just leaving it in this perfect state, it grows boring. You have to give players reason to seek out other weapons, whether it's by doing some more outlandish buffs or like just trying and experimenting with these underused weapons. You need to give them reason because a lot of people are not going to go out on their own and try different things because would you when the Mosin's right there? Why would you do anything other than long ammo? Because, long ammo is the meta, right?
I just wanted a flame rifle to be purchasable, to be completely real.
A flame rifle side grade, I don't know. It's nice that it can shoot a bit longer, but the damage nerf on it is like, I think it's going to make it worse for PvP. And I think people are going to pick it even less now because of that. I don't know. There's this update, there are a lot of good things coming with it in terms of like additions and the cosmetics and backend stuff like UI changes and being able to invite multiple people at once. Like those are amazing changes. The shooting range, getting moving targets finally. But in terms of the actual like moment to moment gameplay, I don't think this update's really gonna bring that much. I don't think it's gonna do much. For shaking up the meta.
As someone who has a very hard time returning to Hunt, previously, like the first Post Malone's Murder Circus, I had taken a long break before that, and everything they introduced felt new and fresh, even if certain things were really busted. There isn't much about what we've seen today that really makes me overly want to come back.
Like the new additions are cool, but again, they feel safe with the exception of like all ears, I guess. All ears is gonna be scary, but again, it doesn't feel like it's that interesting. It feels like if anything, it's like people are just gonna the audio is already good. We don't need crazy like more audio, right? I don't
Well,
know.
it feels like this is catering to the pub stompers.
Have to see. But I'm gonna call it here because I can feel I'm losing my voice a little bit. So, it's not supposed to be 3 hours, but here we are. Anyways, if you want to check my other stuff, links down below: YouTube, Twitter, Patreon, Discord, all sorts of fun stuff. You can check those out. I have a new YouTube video coming soon. It's in the works. And yeah, you guys have been amazing. Love you all. Hopefully to enjoy this new event soon. But fun. And yeah, have a lovely rest of your... But yeah.
These onboard servers open. I'm going to post the server